Wow. Hey guys, welcome back to some more Cathay Total War Confederation Science. Total War Confederation Cathay something. Just waking up still, having my coffee. It's 4 a.m. here in Australia land. Hey Richard, hey Crayon, hey Click Monkey, Benji, welcome. Lots of members. Lots of members in chat today, as usual. Well, it's usual now that basically Aston and Almac have single-handedly just bought memberships for everybody. Yeah, sorry if I was a bit late. I've been a bit unreliable of late. I was almost didn't schedule the stream. I was thinking I should just not schedule it. I'll just wait till I wake up first, and then I'll just like schedule the stream after I wake up. That way, there's no chance I'll just sleep through the stream and screw you guys over or anything. Wish I could watch the stream. About to leave for work for the night. No worries, Christopher. Well, thanks for dropping by. I do actually really appreciate it. I really like when people like drop messages and stuff, even if they can't watch. It's nice. Well, have a good day at work, man. A wizard always arrives when he means to. Exactly, Post-Human. That's right. But yeah, I screwed up really badly the other day because I scheduled the stream like for the totally wrong time, like 4 hours earlier than it was meant to be, which I was obviously not there for. But then even the people that knew that I scheduled it wrong and turned up at the right time, I screwed them over as well because I slept in for an hour as well. So it was like I just screwed everybody over. So yeah, sorry about that. I think I need to have a day off. I've noticed I've just slipped into. I did sort of have 1 or 2 days off a week. For a while there, but then I just slipped back into just streaming every day again. And yeah, I think like I tend to get a sleep deficit and then I start to fuck up if I stream every day. So I probably should make an effort to start trying to have a day off again. But I don't know. We'll get there. We'll work our way around to it. Excuse me. I don't think that there's any like news per se. Yeah, I don't think there's any news per se, but there was a couple of things I noticed on Twitter that were pretty cool. Hey, Bakito Boss. Bakito Boss just did a 20, I think that's is that a euro? 20 euro super chat for the day off. Thanks a lot, man. Maybe shorter streams, 5 or 6 days a week. Yeah, maybe that's the thing I should do during the week. I usually aim for 5-hour streams every weekday and then 6 to 8 hour streams on the weekend days. But maybe I should, still keep my 6 to 8 hour streams on the weekends, but maybe cut down my weekday streams to, 3 or 4 hours or something like that. Or just, I'm trying to finish early a bit more often, and that seems to be working for me. So anyway, enough about my feelings. So just following on from yesterday, thanks again for that awesome super chat, by the way, Bakito Boss. It's really generous of you, man, but thanks a lot. But yeah, just following on from yesterday, we're trying to explore some more Confederation science with Cathay. If you check yesterday's stream, I actually put a timestamp in the, for people who are watching the VOD later on, I actually put a timestamp in to the bit where I basically explained all the stuff about the Confederations that I want to explore in the streams. I'm not going to go through it all again now because I'm pretty much going to be just probably talking about it throughout the stream anyway. But yeah, when we haven't got up to that part yet anyway, we're still trying to sort of set it up. But yeah, if you want to know the whole ins and outs of it, there's a timestamp on yesterday's stream where I sort of explain it all. And I'm probably going to try and do like a really short video about it as well at some point. You inspired me to do a Wolfric campaign. Oh, awesome. I think that was my most fun Wolfric campaign so far. So, thanks for, I enjoyed it as well. Now this battle says we're going to lose. So that's a bummer. I don't like losing. I mean, it doesn't seem like insurmountable. They've got much better army than us, and they've got the garrison. But I don't know. Hopefully we can win because I need to kind of progress past this point to get onto our Confederation science. I'll just back up the save actually. That way, if, you know, because I don't want to get too bogged down with the campaign per se. I just want to kind of focus on this Confederation stuff. But it's hard with Zhao Ming because Miao Ying could have already died, and then it will be kind of screwed. Like, she's still technically alive right now, but she could be like just about to get taken out before I actually make it to her. So it might be a good idea for me to declare war on her. That sometimes makes her stay alive for a bit longer. No worries. You have good tips? Save some puzzling. No worries, Bakito. Yeah, I'm glad to share my tips and other people's tips as well. So a lot of these tips don't come from me. I just sort of, you know, I read about them, or you guys tell me stuff in chat, and then I kind of rebroadcast it back to you again. You know, but yeah, but it's you know, I'm interested in this stuff. I'm interested in learning about the game, and I hope that you guys are too, and so try to like kind of have that conversation going so we can all kind of learn together. I mean, I've been playing this game for a long time, since you know, been playing Warhammer 1, 2, and now 3 since they came out, but also playing Total War games for a long time before that as well. But you know, there's always more to learn. And I like this type of game that has that kind of depth to it, where there is always more to learn, you know. Yeah, I might put this guy over here to see if we can get some towers set up on the wrong side. How does Wolfric perform on a horse or a chariot? I didn't actually try that out. Hey Almac, how you going, man? Didn't actually try that out. But yeah, I imagine pretty well. Chariot might be pretty fun.
Order and harmony, seeking opportunity. So be it.
Hey, at some point, can you make a 69% flying army with Junkers and Dragon Pegasuses? In this game, in this campaign, I mean, yeah, I suppose so. Good. I don't know. I'm planning on getting fairly rich. Yeah, if we get really rich, we can just do whatever we want, I guess. But not for a little while. I don't know if I should start this topic now or I should wait for another stream. But I thought of this topic the other day. Basically, like, I'm interested in multiplayer because I've played a little bit of multiplayer, and the multiplayer community I think is really cool. I mean, I don't know if all of it's really cool, but all of the part that I've come into contact with has been really cool. And just, yeah, it seems like fun group of people to play with and stuff. And I should concentrate a bit more. Anyway, so my problem is though that I run a YouTube channel that's focused on campaign play, right? And it takes quite a lot of time. Like, I've got a full-time job that I work like 40-50 hours a week on. I got YouTube that I stream about what, 40 to 50, no, about 30, yeah, like 30 to 40 hours a week I stream. That's assuming I don't make any videos, just streaming. So, you know, so I'm working like 80 hours a week already. And I would like to do multiplayer as well. And I've got time to play a few games here and there, right? But I don't have time to play like heaps and heaps of games all the time and learn the meta. So I basically sort of have this sort of question, like, if you're interested in multiplayer, and you kind of know vaguely how to play Total War and stuff, but you don't know the meta, the multiplayer meta, like you don't know what the like popular matchups are, you don't watch all of the like Anticity and Turin like videos, and who else are the multiplayer guys, like Indie Pride and Dav plays and Rubber Ducker War, Logic, like there's heaps of multiplayer guys who you can watch. Well, so yeah, so like I guess maybe like this first answer to that question might be like, well, you should just play lots of multiplayer, and you should watch videos by all of those aforementioned multiplayer guys, right? And then that will give you a pretty good idea of the multiplayer meta, and then you'll be away you go. Excuse me, but yeah, but my question was like, if you don't think you have time to do any of that, but you still want to play anyway, like what's the best way to kind of go about it? So yeah, so I don't know, maybe there is no answer to this question. Maybe the answer is just that you just have to get good at multiplayer. There's no other like option. But yeah, anyway, so I put this question to Anticity because he's like, you know, he's like a genius at multiplayer and stuff. And he actually had a pretty good answer for me, which was that if you focus on high skill cap play, then it relies less on meta. I think he gave an example of like chariots and like single entity monsters and stuff like that. They both like play that focuses on chariots and single entity monsters kind of heavily rewards you being really good, like playing really well, even, you know, and so if you're getting heavily rewarded by playing really well, then that's kind of going to balance out you not being like rewarded by picking a good, by doing good picks of your army. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. Really like it's one of those things like in retrospect, once somebody tells you it, it seems really obvious, but like that's kind of how it is with all genius stuff, isn't it? Like once you get told, it's obvious, you know. But yeah, I thought that was a really clever idea. Yeah, I was sort of interested in this idea of like, you know, like how do you get good at multiplayer if you don't have time to get good at multiplayer, or how, you know, how can you, maybe you can't get, maybe it's not, maybe getting good at multiplayer is not really possible, but what's your best course of action? You know, if you want to play some multiplayer, but you know that you aren't good and you don't know how to play, you don't know the meta, like what's your best strategy? How should you go about it, you know? But yeah. What about using a more micro-heavy army in campaign and just start practicing? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, but Kiddo Boss, yeah. But yeah, that was sort of my thing was like, I'm like, oh, you know, I play a lot of campaign. I kind of understand how all the units work and stuff like that. You know, I mean, I don't know. It's like, it's all relative, right? So it's like, you know, I'm sure I'm not on the same level with competitive multiplayer people, but you know, compared to like the average Joe that is, you know, not good or whatever, I'm probably, you know, okay at just generally playing the game, you know. But yeah, I'd say like one of my strengths, you know, it's just, you know, like when you watch like a Turin video or something like that, then, you know, like he'll like, as he's doing his commentary, he'll be like talking about different matchups and about how this unit's good and it can be countered by that unit and all that kind of stuff. And you know, but if you don't play multiplayer much, you just don't know all that stuff, you know. You can still make your own logical assumptions and stuff, but you know, you won't know the, I don't know, there's like stuff that's just known, like it's just common knowledge, you know, in the multiplayer community, but it's not going to be common knowledge to you if you're not, you know, if you don't play a lot of multiplayer.
Order and harmony.
I feel like
Shaper of iron.
I feel like this is,
Crossbowmen, defend the rail without hesitation.
maybe I should convert this guy into a dragon.
Iron wing.
Order and balance. Warriors! Guided by ancestors.
Order and balance.
Anything for Cathay.
Crossbowmen. celestial faithful.
Ready to rule.
I don't know if I should try and cast more magic on these guys, or if I've already done enough. Does it bounce off? It bounces off these barricades, isn't it? No, I didn't really seem to do much.
Peasant archers, seeking Cathay's foe. It pleases the dragons. Senjang sends us.
Are we winning over here or what? Yeah, sort of. Seems like we're doing okay.
Attack in unison. Celestial fury.
Dragon's fury.
Crossbowmen. Marching as one.
Descendants of dragons. There. Bringing harmony.
The celestial
Warriors, move as wind. Move in formation.
The celestial faithful. Sorcerous outcast.
Bringing harmony.
I'm not sure if this was the best way of going about this. But it seems that we're getting somewhere.
Hey, warriors! Move as the wind. Repositioning. Raise the dragons. Setting out.
Sound the retreat.
Order and balance. For Cathay.
dragon's nest made by wing and talon.
Wind and fire. For the Emperor. Anything for Cathay.
Order and balance. Bringing harmony. Praise the dragon.
Never conquered. Understood. Sent by dragons.
Thoughts in harmony. Thoughts in harmony. March in ordered ranks. Defenders of Cathay. Shenyang's faithful.
Oh, dragon dude's getting wrecked. Maybe I should change him back to a... maybe I should get him the fuck out there. I was about to change him back into infantry, but... that's about it.
Master of the winds. Juggernaut sorcerer. I shape the winds.
I'm gonna push in here, but I feel like we're trading pretty well with them. We're like, you know, we're wrecking them pretty good.
warriors, seeking Cathay's foes. March in ordered ranks.
Emperor expects Shenyang's faithful.
It pleases the dragons.
Warriors!
Marching as one.
If necessary. Born of dragons. A new path.
Crossbowmen. Anything for Cathay.
Shogun gun sorcerer.
Really need to get his regeneration going. I don't think I think we're maybe close to getting it going.
Order and the balance. For the Shadow Court.
Warrior crossbows. Never conquered. With pride.
Jade warriors.
Praise the dragon.
Offspring of dragons.
Put down those archers before they use up all of their ammunition.
Archers. With joy.
Oh, we out of wins? Yep. Alright. Well, we'll just put him back into infantry mode and let him get that shot with us.
Alchemist supreme. Wind and fire. With infinite pride. Defend the realm. The iron wind. Timon guides me. The iron dragon.
Ready to rule. Order and harmony.
Anything for Cathay. Never conquered. Retreat. Move as wind.
I don't know if we're winning here or not. Doesn't feel like super good. Can't see a lot of their stuff remaining, but
Descendant of dragons.
Attacking unison. Wind and fire. Warriors.
Never conquered. Take arms. Acolyte of secrets.
Bringing harmony. For Cathay.
The celestial empire grows. Master of the winds.
Restore order. For the moon dragon. Defend the realm. Repositioning. Jade warriors. Feel our pride. Peasant archers.
got any arrows left in this positions? No.
Harmonious rock.
Born of dragons. The celestial faithful. For Cathay.
Never conquer. Attack in unison.
Just trying to mop everything up here. We get this bro broken? Yeah, he's broken.
Minds as one.
Stone and steel. Restore order.
Warriors. For the Emperor. Ready to rule.
So we can get a kill on him. There we go. Alright, we push through. Whew. Sorry guys, it was getting a bit tense there. I needed all my concentration. Multiplayer competition battles or campaigns? No, I mean multiplayer competition battles. Yeah. Hey everyone, Cathay. Is this one of those video games that kids play these days? Sure is. You might have played a few games with it yourself. As my experience from multiplayer in World of Tanks and Warships taught me, you have to practice, practice, practice. No battle is the same, and no tactic survives contact with the enemy. Yeah, no, I get that, you know, just playing multiplayer heaps and learning heaps about multiplayer is the best way to go. But I'm sort of wondering, just, is it possible, like, if you're like not a multiplayer guy, you know what I mean, or you don't play a lot of multiplayer, is there any way that you can kind of get into it and like have fun, have a few battles, you know, not necessarily win or be super good or whatever, but just, you know, like, what's the best way to go about it? Because I've definitely played before, like basically put it this way, if somebody gives me a build that is a good build and they explain how the build works, then I can probably execute it, you know. I can probably take that build and like win in games and win matches, you know. Not saying I'll win every match, but you know what I mean, like, I'm like moderately competent at actually like playing the game, but I'm not very good at making builds, you know. I basically need help from somebody who knows the multiplayer meta to make the builds, you know. Like just like most of you, I'm sure, you know, I could come up with a build that kind of logically kind of makes sense, you know what I mean? But then, you know, so then somebody, like if I was talking to Logic or somebody who plays a lot of multiplayer, they would just be like, oh no, you know, that doesn't work because this beats it or whatever, you know. But I wouldn't know that because I don't have that experience, you know. So yeah, so that was my question, you know, like, if you're in this situation where you don't really know the meta, but you have a general idea of how the game works, like, what's your best way of kind of attacking multiplayer, you know? What's your best way of going into multiplayer? So Intensiti's idea was basically to have, if you go for a more high skill cap army that relies more on player skill, then that's going to give you that's going to, you know, help balance things out a bit. Not necessarily going to, it's probably definitely not going to be better than actually knowing how to play, but knowing the meta, you know. But it's still, I thought that was a pretty interesting answer, and yeah, pretty useful, pretty helpful tip. I think somebody said something about Turin's Turin had some advice on this. Turin's answer to this question is repetition, practicing, doing his games. You play campaigns so you know unit strength and weaknesses. At least that's from what I've heard. Yeah, well, so my question is, how do you go about, like, what strategy, if any, can you employ to do better in multiplayer, assuming that you haven't played a lot of games and you don't know the meta a lot, you know. But yeah, play more and learn the meta would be the idea. Yeah, would be ideal. Maybe the answer is just do a bit more, you know what I mean? Like, just try to learn a little bit more about the meta, try to play a few more games, and that's basically the best thing that you can do. But yeah, I don't know. Just thought that was an interesting topic. I don't know if you guys are interested or not. Multiplayer is an RTS game and campaign is a strategy game. You need far more faster reflexes and clicks per second, something which degrades faster with age, which is why young people are good at RTS. Yeah, that's another good point. So having less units, I guess, is going to be easier for you if you have, you know, slower reflexes and stuff. But yeah, I'm not trying to sort of like, I'm not necessarily trying to be like, you know, the best in the world or win tournaments against pro players or whatever, you know. Just more like, you know, how to be like, how can you go about trying to be like a decent player even if you don't really have that deep understanding of the meta. But yeah, Alexi says, sorry if it's been asked before, but what do you think about no confederation between Warriors of Chaos? Do you mean as in you're suggesting that Warriors of Chaos should not be allowed to confederate, and what do I think about your idea? Or are you saying it's been announced that there will be no confederation between Warriors of Chaos? Because I hadn't know that. Is that a thing? Is there no confederation between Warriors of Chaos? Kurgans will not attack your gate. No, no. You can just play and lose. That requires very little skill and is still fun. True, true. Don't you want to sign up for one of Turin's tourneys? Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess that's basically what I want to do. I want to play more. I want to play more multiplayer, I guess. But I'm just sort of not. I'm just sort of wondering, like, is there a way to go about it? Like, what's the best way to go about it if you can't really invest much into it? You know. I don't know. Maybe you just need to buy the bullet and invest time into it. You know.
Earn my siblings' respect. The Iron Dragon.
Shogungan Lord.
Yeah, I don't know. What sort of tourneys does Turin have? Turin do? I mean, like, if they're like high level tourneys, then I wouldn't be very good at them. I might just say tournament because tourney, I have trouble saying tourneys. I'm not sure how to say tourney. Yeah. What are we doing with this guy? What's this do anyway? Should I go for some blue line maybe? I don't know.
I was born to wield it.
I followed your Imric 5-turn Confederation guide yesterday. Thank you for helping me leave Afghanistan as quickly as possible. Yeah, no worries. You're welcome here, Johnny. Yeah, I hate that area. Get the hell out of there. Greg Whiten says, yeah, they announced yesterday that Warriors of Chaos can only vassalize, they can't confederate. Is that, I assume that's what you're talking about. Hey, Silvio TBB. Pleasure to see you as well. Yeah, oh yeah, that's another idea that I had, Crucial Clock Monkey, sorry. Maybe you just only stick with one army. So just have one army that you main and just don't ever play any other army. And then it's a bit easier then because you only have to learn the meta relative to that army. So there's still there's still like how many 26 other factions that you have to learn their plays against, but like, like if you always play Bretonia or something, then you only need to learn like how every other faction is likely to counter Bretonia and the likely matchups with everything else versus Bretonia. So that's a bit easier than learning, everything versus everything. You just have to learn everything versus Bretonia,
We prevailed.
Oh man, we just need like one more level to get regeneration. Need more than one because in Turin's tournaments they ban at least one faction. They start low level because everyone can sign up, but after a while you'll see the same names, usually see at the end, Anticity for example. Okay, sure. Hey Dallas. And I enunciate it like tourney. Yeah, maybe I'll say tourney. I think that's how I would naturally see it, but I just like, I don't know, my brain's somehow trying to, yeah. 4 lords, yeah, just to get extra magic items and stuff. I should probably get rid of some of them now. What are we up to? Yang 4. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we were gonna get rid of this guy. He's a what? Yang Lord, yeah. Yeah.
A gift from my ancestors.
Yang 1. Saitsu. I wonder if it's worth, like... growth there, maybe?
Dragon-blooded Shogunga. A thoughtful maneuver. We must be tireless.
Timon favored us this day. Get out of my mind. The path of metal.
Within my reach. Wherever Cathay needs me, spread the Emperor's word.
Yeah, so... the northern provinces only have one settlement. And so I think they're probably going to die soon. So I'm thinking maybe we should... and they're ranked 94, so they just got wrecked. They're probably going to die soon. So I'm thinking we declare war on them.
On multiple fronts.
Maybe we just try to
I speak with the wisdom of dragons.
get all good relations with
Agreed.
the other factions that they like.
Storm Dragon.
Who's these guys? Celestial Loyalists. Oh, we haven't seen them yet. See, it'd be good if we could meet the Celestial Loyalists, because then we could get an alliance with them before we declare war. But, yeah, so basically want to try to, yeah, be at war with them, knock them down to one settlement, but, yeah, I don't know. We might have to... this is the annoying thing about this. It takes a little while to get the science going, you know, and then it doesn't always work. Like, you have to rush over here pretty fast. I think we pretty much have rushed over here as fast as you possibly can. We could have gotten, like, maybe half a turn closer.
Desert alchemist.
I suppose I could have gone a bit closer if I had just not bothered conquering anything and just force marched over here as fast as I can, but yeah. Viable.
But at great cost.
Zhao Ming.
I should have kept that other lord there and recruited with it. Maybe, actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll disband this lord and recruit a new one over here. This one's a, this is a yin lord.
Order is restored. Dragon blood shall win the day. Serve and honor your ancestors.
Get a couple more units in here.
Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
I
Something like that.
Lord of the Jade Swan.
Oh yeah, where was the announcement about the, where was the announcement that Warriors of Chaos can't confederate? Was that on the Discord or what?
I am busy with my alchemy. But for you.
Yeah, we can go non-aggression pact. Why not?
The ancestors smile.
Yeah, we'll go for that. Yeah, Nathan from Great Book of Grudges reposted something from the Discord about something else. Try and find it. Excuse me. No, I thought he did. Oh, yeah, here it is. This is unrelated. This is a separate bit of news, but well, it's not really news, but it's just like a, I don't know, thing that I thought was cool. CAUE, the community manager, I don't know what his top job title is, but yeah, I think he's community manager, said, Matthias said, will there be an increase in how often the DLCs are released, or should we expect it to be more, blah, blah. Alex says, Immortal Empire has been a huge undertaking to get ready for you all. Alongside this, though, we have also been working on the Champions DLC and releasing patches to improve the base Total War Warhammer 3. Essentially, we have enough manpower to work on 2 separate projects at the same time, as well as patches. So you may see DLCs released more often. So, yeah, I just thought, I know you guys might be interested in that little tidbit of information, that apparently they have enough manpower to work on 2 different projects and patches all at the same time. So, you know, they've got a lot of resources, I guess, that is what they're saying. So that sounds good. I like a lot of resources being put into Warhammer DLC. So yeah, I thought you guys might be happy to hear that as well. On the Discord, they can still vassalize each other. Okay, that's interesting. Sometimes they're picking bands. I wonder, does anyone have a theory about why they can't confederate each other? I feel like it makes sense that some factions can't confederate each other, but yeah, you would sort of think that, like with Archaon, he should be able to confederate everybody, but I suppose Archaon just vassalizes everybody, and that sort of makes sense just as much as, you know, kind of makes sense just as much as Confederation.
Dragon-blooded Shugunga. Child of the Nine.
The celestial dragon sees all.
I think they're trying to avoid a Gore Queen leading a Slanesh army, etc. Yeah, but I thought they would do it like as a each different lord would have sort of their own bespoke set of relations with other lords that would determine who they can confederate and who they can't and stuff. You know, because like, you know, you would think that Scarbrand and Valkyr should be able to confederate each other, or one or the other of them should be able to confederate each other, because they both worship Khorne, right? But I don't know, maybe not.
You approach in such disharmonious days.
But yeah, I guess maybe they just don't have the technology at the moment to make it so that some factions can confederate and some can't, because we haven't seen that yet with other factions. So, but yeah, I feel like they could, like, because they put in the you know, the way that the Beastmen confederate, how they actually unlock it during their skill tree or whatever. So they could have just done it like that, so they could make it so there's no in-game confederation, but they have that like technology style confederation, like with you know, like with Bretonia and Beastmen and stuff. And if they wanted to do that, then they could just make it specifically whatever factions they wanted. You know, they could just make it so Valkyr only has the option to confederate, you know, Scarbrand and maybe Archaon as well, and Archaon's can confederate everybody, and you know, that kind of stuff. Chaos is notoriously hard to corral into working together. Archaon can tell Valkyr and Azazel to go attack Brow's Keep, and they might do it, but they'll never fight together. Yeah, true. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was not really. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. It's hard to know whether it was a design decision, like that they just decided they didn't want them to be able to confederate, or if it was a sort of just a limitation of the engine or whatever. What's a good secondary skill to get here? Actually, I'm liking this Storm of Shadows speed reduction. If we get that cheaper, that'd be kind of nice.
A gift from my ancestors.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried that we're going to get up here and we're not going to be able to actually do anything with the Confederations. I think that's why I've never really gotten very far with this whole Confederation science thing, because like you really need to be able to dedicate like a fair bit of time to it, like a good few hours of just like trying stuff out and that, and like I only just with the streams, you know, I feel like I can't really just do the same thing, boring shit over and over again, you know. So I'll just sort of have a crack at it, and if it doesn't work out the first time, then I just kind of get bored and go and do something else, you know. And then a few weeks later I try again, and then a few weeks later I try again. So it's like extremely slow. But hopefully we'll do a bit better this time.
My inventions safeguard all Cathay.
To me, it make more sense that even the same patron champions will compete with each other to be Dad's dearest. In Arkian's case, he does need their armies, not the hassle in command. Yeah. Gosha, when he saved his beard, he did show his true elf self. When I shaved my beard. We've seen it with Wood Elves, restricted confeds. Yeah, true. So they definitely had the... So, yeah, so I guess it was definitely a choice. They definitely have the technology to do different stuff. Yeah. They just decided not to. Personally, I think they need to redo the all Confederation system for all factions. The difficulty is just annoying, even with minor factions. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Confederations... I don't really mind how difficult it is per se, but I think it needs to be a little bit more transparent. Like, I think it needs to be more obvious how you go about it. Whether they make the mechanical system that they've currently got just work a bit better, like, and be a bit more reliable, like reliable in terms of like understandable of how it actually works, you know.
Seeking rare substances.
Or they need to put in like just a straight up like Bretonia style one where you research the confederate this faction technology to confederate them, you know.
Zhao Ming.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop clicking on that. I don't know if I should bother building anything here if it's just gonna get taken over anyway. I'd be happy they just tone down the distrust to your own faction. Yeah, well, I don't know, there's like a pretty heavy, there's a pretty heavy penalty, just a base penalty in Warhammer 3 when you try to confederate any of the lords. Should I take out these guys, maybe?
Windshaper.
The desert alchemist.
Maybe I should just randomly attack these guys and take out their shit.
Lord of Yin and Yang. My ancestors require it. Spread the Emperor's words. Child of the Nine. Fate reveals a path.
It shall be effortless. Our ancestors watch over us always.
Test of iron. Wrath.
Why did I do see? Why is my name green? Your name is green because you're a member of the channel. Yeah, you must have got a free membership from somebody. Aston Jones and Almac and I think somebody else as well, like, gifted a bunch of memberships to people the other day. Yeah, I think you must have been one of the lucky recipients. The base penalty I think needs to be reduced or get better bonuses. Having a base penalty of minus 115 is awful. Yeah, that's pretty much what this whole streams theme is about. in Warhammer 3, there's a really heavy kind of penalty to Confederation. You just have this like base deal evaluation thing that, where the fuck am I over here? That makes it really hard to confederate. We've got a pretty steep fucking hill, you know? Oh man, oh, jeez.
Praise the dragon.
Shaper of steel. Warriors.
I don't know, something like that. Yeah, I really need this regeneration on my guy. Hopefully after this he'll level up.
Fight in
Looks like a good ski resort spot. Yeah, I know.
fear from
Good downhill slope there.
This is our way.
Well, they should have set up around the corner here. That would have been better, wouldn't it? We could have put him in a choke point in here. I should still do that.
Metal and fire.
Yeah, you.
Seeking Cathay's
Oh, like you there. Are they gonna be able to shoot over here? They're gonna be able to shoot over there. We'll just keep running.
in formation.
Never conquered.
Yeah, we'll just put like a sick choke point in here.
Bringing harmony. Warrior crossbow. Peasant spearman.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to deal with that.
Shenyang sends us.
Sent by Shangyang.
I think we're gonna get shot by their archers. I need to distract them a little bit.
March in order the ranks. Understood. Bringing harmony. Seeking Cathay's foes. Move as the wind. Guided by ancestors. March in order the ranks. Cavalry. Immediately. Ready to rule. There. Repositioning.
Jade warriors.
Stone and steel!
Shenyang's faithful.
I accept.
Hunting down villainy.
Stone and steel. Move in formation. Sent by dragons. With infinite pride. With joy.
Alright. Alright. What are we gonna do here?
Power of the element.
A mighty elixir. Seeking Cathay's foes.
Move in formation!
We just started overcasting. This is actually really good, didn't we? Yeah, that's pretty solid.
My elixirs are ready. Elemental majesty. Rocket battery.
Yeah, we can rocket battery into this giant blob of archers there. Should be pretty much all over.
Dragon sorcerer. Dragon, hear my prayer.
Ah, we sort of swing and a miss there.
Shenyang's faithful. Order
yeah, I think this choke point idea was a good one. Question, what are Coordinator Warriors Flanderized from? I'm not familiar with the term Flanderizing and Evan. We know Empire is the Holy Roman Empire Flanderized. There's no real life demonic worshipping state or empire in history, if that's what you're asking, says Adrian. Yeah, so the hordes of chaos like coming down from the north and like the chaos barbarians and all that kind of stuff, that originally came from the novels of Michael Moorcock. I don't know if they were really inspired by any real historical thing, but the way they would manifest is basically like they were like snow and like snowstorms. Basically, there'd be like these snowstorms, and then these barbarian hordes would basically come out of the storms, and that's how they would kind of appear on the battlefield. And they worshipped chaos, which was chaos as in, you know, evil ancient gods and stuff like that. They worshipped the eight-pointed star and all that. And so yeah, so basically all that came from Michael Moorcock's books originally, but then it got sort of changed to be a bit different in Warhammer Fantasy over time. But Khorne, I don't know if Khorne really, yeah, I don't know if Khorne's like really inspired by anything in particular in the real world. I kind of feel like they just decided, like somebody just had the good idea to just be like, oh yeah, we should just have 4 Chaos Gods. That'd be kind of like the 4 elements, except it'll be like the 4 sins of, like, you know, murder, decadence, you know, putrefaction and mutation or something, or magic or scheming or something. You know, I kind of feel like somebody just had that good idea and then it sort of grew organically from there, but it wasn't actually based on anything. But I don't know. Yeah, there's like the Hashashim, that were like assassins that like took drugs and stuff like that. There's like, you know, berserkers. Yeah. I don't know, there's like, I guess there's a few things that sort of might have semi-inspired Khorne berserkers and stuff, but yeah, I don't think there's anything in particular. Games Workshop stole the Chaos Guards idea from somewhere else. Yeah, they borrowed it from Michael Moorcock's novels. Aren't there 5 elements? I don't know, in the periodic table there's quite a lot more than 5. They're kind of like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Yeah, they're kind of like the, that's good point. I like the four horsemen, yeah. But yeah, they're not based on any historical country like the Holy Roman Empire. I would say that's pretty definite.
They shall fight purpose.
Celestial glory is ours.
Okay, got our regeneration, and we've got our plus 20 diplomatic status with Cathay, so that'll help us a little bit with our relations.
Extension of my celestial will.
We also want to start trying to get some... Oh, I forgot to declare war. I forgot to declare war on them.
Zhao Ming.
Shugengan Lord reporting.
I'm not sure if I should actually declare war on them or not.
Beyond reason, beyond sanity, a thoughtful maneuver.
I mean, I need to declare war on them at some point, but I'm not sure if I should declare, like, if I declare war on Cathay now, will that mean there's, like, less chance of them getting wiped out? Will it make any difference?
Off the head.
Celestial glory is ours.
Chaos has something that Moorcock, H.P. Lovecraft, Robert E. Howard, with some ideas pulled from AD&D and D&D. Yeah, that's probably fair. But I feel like Moorcock is probably like the main, most obvious one.
The desert alchemist.
Celestial ancestors. Fate reveals a path.
Celestial empire ever grows. The Iron Dragon. Get out of my mind. Glory.
Sure. Alright, now we'll just chill in this battle and run down the clock so we can regenerate our dragon lord back to full. Now that he's got regeneration, we should be able to like be a bit more confident with our battles because we can sort of like one man doom stack it a little bit. Also, Valkyrie is not a Khorne champion. She was promoted to Demon Princess, which is a different level. Oh, really? I thought that she was not a Demon Prince. Yeah, I haven't bothered to look it up, but yeah, like I thought multiple people had told me that she was not actually a Demon Princess and she was still a mortal follower. Valkyria the Bloody. He's a Demon Princess of Khorne. There you go. That's what it says on the wiki. Lawmaster Sotek insists Valkyrie is immortal. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I moved the wikis wrong. I tend to believe Lawmaster Sotek over the wiki probably. Yeah, I'd probably believe Lawmaster Sotek. I imagine he would have researched it better than the wiki would have. Valkyrie is strange, is a demon prince but not immortal. But isn't like one of the definitions of being a demon prince being immortal? Might have to explain that one day one.
Defenders of Cathay!
Defenders of Cathay!
Thoughts in harmony.
Do you guys ever like just randomly yell out the call outs that your characters say? They're pretty awesome. Why do you have to 3 extra lords this early in the game? Hey, Damerald. It's partly to help me balance my just balance my harmony, because you get 3 points of whatever you want, you know, when you do harmony. Although technically I only need 1 to do that. But the other reason is because you get extra magic item drops when you've got more armies and more followers and all that kind of stuff. It's probably not really optimal. Like it's pretty expensive, but it's nowhere near as expensive as it would be in Warhammer 2. Excuse me. Hey Elmer, we're just trying to figure out confederations, because you might have noticed it's a lot harder to confederate legendary lords in Warhammer 3. That was actually another thing I wanted to say as well earlier. So somebody was saying that they announced on the Discord that the Warriors of Chaos can't confederate. They can only vassalize other Warriors of Chaos factions. And I don't know, that sort of also brings me back to this idea that I was wondering if they actually intentionally wanted it to be harder to confederate in Warhammer 3, because, you know, when we got into Warhammer 3, we noticed that, you know, confederating all legendary lords, like confederating the if you're playing as Greasus trying to confederate Skrog, you're playing as Miao Ying trying to confederate the Iron Dragon, you know, if you're playing as actually you can't really have it with Kislev, but yeah, but basically with those two, like it's yeah, it's really difficult to confederate. There seems to be this like huge deal penalty basically that makes it so that you can't confederate. And yeah, I was just wondering if that's like an intentional choice, like maybe they just wanted it to be harder to confederate because they felt like, you know, that was one of the balance problems with Warhammer 2, that people confederate too often or something like that. I haven't heard them say anything about that. The only thing I've heard them say about confederations is that they wanted to change. I think that Mitch said something along the lines of, you know, like after they did the Beastmen DLC, the latest one, and they put in that like method of confederating through your tech tree, they were looking at changing confederations or something to do with that mechanic, maybe applying it to more factions or something. I don't know. Yeah, does anyone remember that part? I'll just run the flock down a bit more, just try to get a few more points on this guy. Yeah, actually, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really make sense that they would try to make confederations harder in general, does it? Yeah, thanks for reminding me about that, Adrian. Actually, yeah, because there's like, because you've got Greenskins and Norskins, you know, all they have to do is defeat the enemy faction leader, and then they get the confederation straight away. So yeah, but yeah, or maybe they, yeah. So well, yeah, maybe if I modify my theory. Not that I'm strong, not that I'm really like, you know, gonna die on a hill for my theory or anything, but just it was just tossing out an idea. But if I modify the theory, maybe they just wanted to make it a bit more differentiated the way the confederations work, so that, you know, it's not like every time you play a faction, your go-to thing is, I'm going to confederate every single legendary lord for this faction. That's just the normal way to play the game. I want all of the lords, you know. Instead of making that the standard for every faction, they wanted to lean more into having like different factions have different amounts of confederation access and stuff, like some like the Orcs and the Greenskins and Norska being very heavy on the confederation, others maybe being like not so heavy. Like, I don't know, like with Miao Ying and Zhao Ming, are they, I don't really know what their background story is or anything, but yeah, like are they you know, they're like rivals, I guess. Like maybe there's a reason why they wouldn't really want to confederate, you know. I'm not sure about Greasus, Goldtooth, and Scrag, but maybe those two examples that happen to be very hard to confederate in Warhammer 3, maybe they're just they just happen to be factions that don't like each other too much, you know. Whereas if we had more, like when we get all the Immortal Empires factions to come in, we'll see a lot more different examples of different factions that can or cannot confederate, and at that point we might see more, you know, more variety in how easy it is.
Never flag, never falter.
Fire and metal.
Wherever Cathay needs me.
Never flag, never falter.
Just do the same thing again. Get a little bit more regeneration on the Iron Dragon. All the Dragon Lords lore is new to Total Warhammer 3, has not existed before. Yeah. I think the Greenskins will keep their Confederation. I think the sample size is not good for Legendary Lords, as the Dragon siblings are not up for being ruled over, and Kislev ones hate each other, and the rest have no same faction lords. Yeah, exactly, yeah. There's not much sample size to theorize about. May as well just wait till the Modern Empires comes out and then figure it out then. You want to bet that AI Reichling can still confederate Marienburg turn 3 in Modern Empires? Yeah, you would hope not, because they're not the same faction. Like, Marienburg is not part of the Empire, so you shouldn't be able to confederate them. Or, I mean, maybe you can confederate them somehow, but you shouldn't. They shouldn't be. You know, the elector count mechanics at least shouldn't apply to them.
Shaper of iron.
Crossbowmen! Archers!
The celestial faithful.
Sorcerer of secrets.
The Empire confederates them in Total Warhammer 2. Oh, do they? Well, I suppose they used to be part of the Empire. Maybe Karl Franz did some, like, crazy diplomacy and, you know, convinced them to rejoin the Empire. Is he hitting me with... Oh, damn it.
Alchemist supreme. Celestial fury.
Fire in the blood!
Try and bombard him. I don't know if that'll really work, but...
Jade warrior.
Restore order!
By celestial decree. Metal and fire. Overwhelmed. It is done.
Dragons, hear my prayer!
Shaper of steel.
Wind and fire.
Move in formation.
Bit of a
Descendants
mess.
of dragons!
The celestial faithful.
Obliterate them. Elemental majesty. Minds as one.
Repositioning. The art of death.
Reichland AI in World Empires never got updated to elector count mode, as it just wasn't a priority, and I guess at Warhammer 1, Marienburg was an Empire faction. Blah, blah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it makes sense. Race leaders should be a bit more difficult to confederate than others, though. Malekith, Tyrion, France, etc. Yeah, Tyrion is a bit harder to confederate than the other ones. For most factions. Don't really notice too much difference with the Lithanar, but a Lithanar seems to have some sort of special thing that makes him really good at confederations. I wonder if a Lithanar will still be good at confederations in Warhammer 3, or if it'll be totally different. Because yeah, Lithanar's got like a special sort of bonus to confederations for some reason. I think it's just because of his starting units, but I'm 100% sure.
They pay the iron price.
Because he's the Shadow King, exactly.
Victory was predestined.
Do you ever use Cathay Heaven spellcasters in your armies? They just seem so useless to me. The Yin casters and all. I don't know. Lithanar gets bonus relationship with his contracts. Yeah, that's not the reason though. I don't think. Well, maybe it is. Maybe the thing is that it's just easy to get confederations like super early, and he's got a bit of an advantage super early. But I don't know. I don't feel like. I don't know. I feel like you could probably get your relations up higher with Eltharion super early, and you wouldn't have the same ability to confederate Tyrion that you do with Lithanar. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that.
A gift from my ancestors.
The Iron Dragon.
I guess I want to just go Wall of Fire. Where do I want to go? Can we get any ward save in here or anything? Physical resist? No.
A great boon to my expert.
You don't need to recruit any units to Confederate Tyrian on the turn you're meeting though, like turn 5 or 6. Yeah, you can Confederate Tyrian like super early, really easily with Alithana. I don't think you can with Eltharion though. Do you find it's not worth? Do you find that it's worth going out of your way to maintain harmony as Cathay? Yeah, because if you get the if you have the harmony, then you get the summon in battle, which is pretty cool. The summon the Jade halberds or whatever there. Celestial, I can't remember what the unit is now. But, yeah.
I crave.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we need to go to war. We need to go to war with
Zhao Ming.
This is my mission. Spreading secret wisdom. It
I kind of feel like we need to go to war with Miao Ying right about now. I might just save. I might just back up the save again so that if she dies or whatever, we can come back. Because yeah, it's going to be really frustrating if she dies now and then we can't do any more Confederation science. Basically. I doubt she'll be able to take this in one turn, right?
Many feet, one purpose.
Get out of my mind.
Maybe we should Confederate. Maybe we should
Time.
come back and just.
Shugengan Lord reporting.
Do a bit of
Rule.
Is this Jade Shield good?
A gift from my ancestors.
I confederated Zhao once as Miao, was turn 100 or so, had plus 300 relation, he was strength 31, and I had 3 cheap terracotta stacks in my bastion. Still had minus 20 and only with threaten. Yeah, there's basically once you get to that point, you can increase your own strength more. That should help. You want to like really max out your strength and get his strength down as low as possible. That should get you a little bit closer, maybe to like minus 15. And then you can get, apparently you can inflict war losses, and that'll give you a bit. The other thing you can do is like make major threat. So like if we just look at them now, yeah, let's just say we look at it right now and we try to do Confederation, right? Then, so we've got base deal evaluation minus 125. We can get that minus 125. We can get that base deal evaluation maybe down a little bit because that includes a couple of other things I think that are hidden. And our relative faction strength is currently 17.5. We can probably get our relative faction strength up to like 100 or something if we like destroy all their armies, and then when we make like 4 armies or whatever, which is probably what you had. You probably had faction strength like 110 or something like that, you know. And then diplomatic prospects, I don't know what does that, but you can get diplomatic prospects as well. Although I think it can be negative maybe as well, I'm not sure. But anyway, you can get diplomatic prospects. I'm not sure how you fix that, how you use that to your advantage though. And there's another thing you can get, which is like major threat or something like that. So basically, if you get like another faction that they're enemies with, and get them to, you know, not like them, basically. But yeah, we can also get relations by like attacking their enemies and stuff. And doing Asian actions on their enemies. But yeah, so yeah, basically, yeah, I think that's pretty common, like that story that you said to Emerald, like being able to get to that like -15, -20 area, like you're strong, they've got low, they've got very, very, very weak, etc. Blah blah. But it's getting that last 20 or so that's the hard part. So what you can do is wait till they offer peace with you, and then you can offer money. And the offering money, I think if you've got enough money, you can get up to about +15 or something like that. But still could be not quite enough, and that might cost you like 100,000 gold or all your gold, you know. But yeah, I think that there's this like major threat thing you can get. Very special was saying he got like +22 or +25 or something from major threat. So if you can get that to kick off, then you know you basically need to be unfriendly with another faction that's nearby that's strong, I guess. Excuse me. May as well keep going now. Get this stalk banner going. One Ying. One Yin. Oh yeah, we're fixing it right now by building... No, we're building two... No, we're building, yeah, we're only one Yang. We're building one Yang, so that should fix it.
Victory! Forged in fire!
Do you reckon she's about to lose it? I don't know. I'm gonna risk it and assume she's not gonna die. Okay, she's still alive right now. There you go, Tom.
The celestial dragon sees all.
Alchemist of Shangyang. The mission of metallurgy. Once my experiment complete.
It is my sacred duty to welcome you to Cathay.
Lord Majesty.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to get these guys into a non-aggression pact, so that when I declare war on Miao Ying, these guys will already be like friendly with us.
Long may we both.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Lord Magistrate.
They're at war with yeah, so we're at war with both of our enemies.
I stand apart.
Now, if we declare war against her now,
Favored daughter.
ah fuck, she went alliance with these guys.
Are you a god? I have stepped into...
Marauders all. I am told you want to talk.
Yeah, we can't do any diplomacy with those guys.
Miao Ying. The House of Secrets.
Could try to confederate the green guys first
Cathay
and
extends
put
the
off
hand.
declaring war with them. Chaos gods are different from Cthulhu and Morgoth pantheons. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, I think they must have just made up. The gods Khorne, Slanesh, Siege, and Nurgle original creations. I think. This is awkward. I guess we could cruise along and just be friends, just not be enemies with them for a while. See how that plays out.
Shugengan Lord reporting.
The desert alchemist.
Celestial ancestors.
So we can keep pumping up relations by being like enemies with these guys. Yeah, being enemies with these guys and these guys and these guys and like beating them up. That'll give us lots of positive relations, but we need to get them out of Nangao, take out that settlement, and then lock them down so they can't get strong again. Get their like faction strength down low. And we need to confederate like a bunch of other Cathay factions in order to get more powerful and rich. So I'm worried if we take out these guys, then we won't have as many wars in common. Try to put her in a gate settlement. I want to put her in here in the mines of Mangang. The Snake Gate would be alright, but yeah, I'm going to try to put her in here because I think this is even weaker than the Snake Gate, whereas the Snake Gate, apparently if she controls one of the gates, it gives her buffs that makes her faction stronger. So it's actually better to get into a minor settlement. And apparently, like, also the minor settlement gives her a little bit of faction strength, but the major settlement gives her more. So you actually get, it's easy to get more relative faction strength bonus if she's in the mines instead of in Nangao. Apparently you can actually, if you destroy all of her settlements and just have her in an army by herself, that will make her even weaker. But I think that's super dangerous basically because she's really easy for her to get wiped out there, so I don't know. I mean, it's if you're careful and you control it properly, it's probably not that dangerous, but I don't like the idea of doing that. A bit yeah, I'm not sure what to do about give her the settlement for money, then same turn catch her now, getting him down. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
Wind Shaper. Within my reach.
It is my calling. Natural authority. Our ancestors would lament this folly.
We do this? Yeah, that's a good idea, Emerald. I don't know why I was not thinking of that. But yeah, that's a good way to do it. You can't pay for Confederations in Total Warhammer 3. No, you can pay for Confederations in Total Warhammer 3, Emerald, but you have to wait for them to offer peace to you. So you have to do the Bash Confederation method, be at war with them, break them down to the last settlement and everything, and then when they offer peace to you, you can counter offer and be like, yeah, I'll give you peace as long as it also includes Confederation, and I'll give you 100,000 gold. So you can do the money thing, but only if they offer peace, not just with the Confederation. But the other thing about it is, it seems different from in Warhammer 2. Like in Warhammer 2, there was always a money value for, there's always a money value on every deal. Whereas in Warhammer 3, it seems like that's not the case. It seems like it's more like there's like money modifies the deal, but there's a cap on how much you can modify it with money. And you can only modify it like up to like plus 10 or something. Plus 15 or something like that. So Yeah, it's like not as good, I guess. Well, infinite money is not as good anyway. How do we get them to? I need them to like blob up, basically, so that I can hit them with the with as much artillery as possible. Yeah, I don't know how to get the most clear shot into the settlement with artillery. Maybe this direction? That seems like we've got a pretty good... I'm not sure if they can fire over this though, that's everything. Hydra army and then marching with Zhao. You reckon that'll get them to blow up? I don't know if there's anywhere we can hide the army. No, there's not really anywhere we can hide. Might set up over here. I feel like this is pretty good.
Rocket battery! Never conquered!
They always run towards the center point if undefeated, so you can at least trickle them in that way. Okay.
Defenders of Cathay!
In Father's name! Come on! Unleash!
That was pretty crap.
The iron!
Note to self, make sure we get a better blob next time.
Repositioning! Child's play! Shaper of iron! Atomize them!
Order and balance!
How's he going?
Lord
In there, son.
Warriors! Repositioning!
Die!
Never conquered!
Minds as one!
Pick out this tower, I guess.
Yes! With iron will!
Long ways, yeah. But yeah, no, so gate settlement would work, but I think minor settlement would be a little bit better. So we can try and sell her that territory. That would be really good.
Supreme! Iron wind!
For the Emperor!
Metal and fire! The iron wind!
If we just like grind our way through their army
In Father's name!
this way. Stop most of the ammo with the artillery.
The iron
Into the work anyway.
shaper of iron! ready. Let destruction reign. Fall, Kerr. I will. Feng Shui.
Just chilling here.
The celestial faithful. Move as the wind.
Repositioning. Yes. Elemental wrath. The art of Ye.
Peasant archers! Attack in unison!
Oh, their AoE's yeah, AoE targeting is getting a bit better. Pretty good.
Power of the element.
Does he even have any armor? Well, we'll took some off him anyway.
Praise the dragons!
Lord of Shanyang.
Enemy lord is wounded. Good.
Minds as one!
Atomize them.
Haven't hit heal cap yet, so that's good.
Supreme. Metal and fire. Die. Let destruction reign.
Yeah, Longmar's can attack towers. Yeah,
Iron wind.
yeah, a bit. No, Longmar's a little bit damaged though. I'm sort of trying to keep him out of it if we can.
Dragon.
Still taking a bit of damage. We need to up his, you know, ward save and armor and stuff like that. I think it's a bit
Shaper of iron. Timon
weak.
guides me. The path of iron. Fall, Kerr. It pleases Father. Yes.
The celestial faithful.
I will go! Repositioning!
Lord of Shanyang. Alchemist Supreme. Come on, unleash.
For Cathay! Understood.
Defenders of Cathay!
Push in, maybe. Do I enjoy Cathay? No, not particularly. No, not particularly. They're good. They're a well-designed faction. They're okay, but I just don't really like get into them. You know. Is overcasting Dragon Breaths worth it on Blue Hive? I find if you don't overcast it, it just does fuck all. It only costs like 7 to overcast. It's only costs like 2 more to overcast it, and I believe it does like double the damage. Yeah. Yeah, it's double damage for 2 extra wins. Yeah, I feel like you just always overcast it. Never don't overcast it, basically.
The dragons ask. Hold ordered.
Metal and fire.
My theory. Hey, Benji. Yeah, I might have to restart. we'll see how we go. I've backed up my saves, so hopefully we won't have to restart like all the way from the start. Hopefully.
Hunting down villainy. Sent by Shangyang. Repositioning. Timon guides me. The path of iron. The iron wind. Hunting down villainy. In Father's name.
J crossbows! Move in formation!
We joy.
I will. Feng Shui. For the moon dragon.
Anything for Cathay.
Archers! Guided by ancestors!
That was a good volley from the rockets.
For skill.
Archers should finish that off.
Iron wind.
Naked HD Tinder girls. Yeah, that sounds rad.
In Father's name.
Alright, we're at heel cap now, so that's getting a bit rough now. I'm gonna kill that guy.
Elemental wrath.
The celestial faithful! Marching as one! Marching as one! March in ordered ranks!
Timon guides me.
Yeah, he kind of needs to get the hell out of here, doesn't he?
Path of day. The path of iron.
He's got a separate cap when he goes into dragon mode. Huh?
Power of the element. The iron dragon. Shaper of iron. Yes. Come on, unleash.
That was probably a bit of a waste.
Lord of Sanyang.
The celestial faithful!
Shot down those pink arrows pretty hard.
Alchemist.
There's a
Bream.
bit of a
Defenders of Cathay. March in
just a hard counter to those pink arrows.
Balance!
Tower.
Attack in
Oh.
unison.
order and harmony. Good positioning.
Move as wind! Zhang sends us!
Right.
Harmonious rock!
It was a bad time.
Born of dragons!
The iron wind. Peasant archers.
Wind and fire! Praise the dragon!
Take arms!
Atomize them. I will. Feng Shui.
Warrior crossbows!
Celestial fury.
Warriors.
For the moon dragon.
Metal and fire.
It is fated! Long spears! Jade crossbows! Cavalry!
So we can sit these guys right on top of this tower. And that will stop the tower from respawning.
Forts.
Pretty good.
Harmony.
Yeah, try and get this Yeah.
Sends us. Wind and fire.
Jade warriors!
The iron wind. The heart of Jade. Archers, the dragons ask. They will perish.
Warrior crossbows! The Emperor expects! Zhanyang's faithful!
Shogungan sorcerer! Kiss of the spirit
Hopefully that's
dragon!
gonna get done. Switch to Alpha Extra region? Yeah. Yeah, I might just do that now.
Father's name. The iron dragon. Wind and fire.
Oh yeah, that burned him. Burn baby burn.
Warriors!
That's pretty good.
Move in formation! Guided by ancestors!
Sent by dragons.
Jade crossbows!
I think we're just about there, right?
Die! Repositioning.
Yep.
Shaper.
Oh, I can't change. Oh, I should have switched it before the end of the battle. Damn it. We got. Oh, we only get that much regen. How do I put user in timeout? There we go. Did that do anything? Yeah, I tried to put. Oh yeah, no, it did work. It did work. There we go. We hammered of Sigma'd them.
Jade warriors.
This way! This is the way!
Praise the dragons!
Naturally.
They're back again. Wait up. I'll try and block the name so that hopefully they can't actually post anymore. It's a different, I think it's a different person now. Different user. There we go. Yeah, I think I blocked the name of the bot, so hopefully they won't be able to post anymore now. Bad bot. Valen said, Aston Jones, if you are here, thank you for the gift of membership from yesterday. Yeah, thanks, Aston. And Mac, I think, just gifted some memberships as well. And I think maybe somebody else did as well. I keep forgetting who the other person was now. But I thanked him on the day anyway. Oh, do we want to sack these guys, or I suppose we want to occupy it?
Celestial Empire, ever grow.
Yeah. How does gifting a membership work? Basically, you actually, I'm not sure. Maybe Almac can explain how it works. I haven't ever actually done it. But basically, you gift the memberships, and then I think it just gives like the next. I don't know. Does it just give like 5 random people in chat a membership, or do the 5 people have to like choose it or something? Like, yeah, I don't know, Val. Hey, Valen, when you got yours, did you just automatically get it? You didn't have to click on it or anything, did you? Yeah, I think you just automatically get it. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's random or what, or if you choose just random. Yeah. So yeah, so if you like gift 5 memberships or whatever, then just 5 random people who are currently in chat will get a membership or something, I guess. To stay in character for the stream, is there the equivalent of a hammer of Sigmar for Cathay? Not too sure. Can I gift memberships to the bots? If they're I think they might have to be subscribed to the channel. So yeah, if the bots subscribe to the channel, then you can gift them a membership, I think.
Fire and metal.
It's probably a bit of a waste though, because they'd probably delete those accounts and remake them, you know, every day. Or, you know, every 5 minutes. Well, I think we need to make him a bit more durable. I don't think melee units would apply to himself because he's not a unit. But if we give him like 15 armor in here, that'd probably help a little bit. More health would be good.
Power. Such power.
Ready to defend. Do you seek the Storm Dragon's wisdom or strength?
I have to pay them 6,000, 5,000 gold in order to take my settlement.
A boon.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I probably should have done it on the same turn, but yeah, mine says it ends automatically after 1 month. Yeah. If you don't keep paying, like you like if you get a membership, it only lasts for 1 month unless you keep paying every month. Yeah, it's like a monthly thing. So yeah, it's not, they haven't gifted you for life. It's just for 1 month. Yeah, it's a, yeah. So when you gift memberships, you're gifting 1 month of free membership.
The Iron Dragon.
Oh, is it actually cheaper than normal membership? I think I remember hearing something about it being a discounted or something. Because like normally, yeah, because normally the memberships on my channel costs $5 Australian. So it'd be a bit more or less depending on what your currency is. But yeah, do the gifted memberships cost the same? Do they cost the same as the, like if you gift 5 memberships, does it cost 5 times the amount that it costs to actually just join as a member normally? I guess it's nice for the creator. Not sure what the point is for the receiver of the gift. It's just so that you get the name, you know, and you get the free month of membership and stuff like that, you know. It's, yeah. Well, I mean, it's, yeah. Like I guess that with memberships, like memberships don't really well, on my channel anyway, memberships don't really do anything for the member, you know. It's just a way of supporting the channel, you know. Hey, Inquisitor Chase, welcome to the Patrons and Sciences. All this talk of memberships obviously inspired you. But yeah, it doesn't, like, being a member doesn't really do anything for you. It's I guess the whole point of it is to support the channel, you know. But yeah, it's totally not necessary, you know. It's free entertainment, you know. So the best value for money you can get is just to not subscribe and not super chat, and you get them for free, you know. That's totally fine. But yeah, it's just a way of, like, you know, giving money to me, I guess, basically, if that's something that interests you. Yeah, I don't live on YouTube. I've got a day job, so I'm not sort of on the breadline or anything, guys. But so don't you know, don't go out of your you know, if you can't afford it, then don't go and, like, you know, spend money you don't have or anything. But yeah, I do appreciate it though. It's nice, like it. Even though I'm not like living on the YouTube, like it does make it feel like I feel like I'm being more successful, I guess, if I make a little bit of money from it or whatever. It gives me a little bit of a ego boost, I guess, or a bit of a, you know, motivation, I guess, or something like that, you know. Like sometimes if I feel like a bit bummed that the channel's not growing very fast or whatever, like I'll be like, oh well, at least I made, you know, this much money and I can spend that on a computer or something one day. That kind of thing, you know, gives you a little bit of a boost.
It is mine by blood.
That's pretty good. When I became a member, I got a huge PP. I didn't know what I was reading then. I was like, what's a PP? And I didn't realize until I read it out. It makes sense to ask for money to take your settlement. Increasing the threat level prematurely makes the AI less capable to ask for money from someone else. The AI exchange money between themselves. The AI exchange money between themselves. Oh, anyway, yeah, thanks for becoming a member, Inquisitor Chase. I appreciate the support. Very generous.
Get out of my mind.
And yeah, you can always cancel after a month. If you want to get your Patron of the Sciences flair on the Discord as well, just go into the Discord and just say @moderator or @mercythemad and say that you want your Patron of the Sciences flair, or just say I want my green name. And yeah, you get to keep your green name on the Discord for life, even if you cancel your membership later on. So it is all good. I guess we just end the turn. Really, there's nothing much else to do here.
Crave the Iron Dragon. Unswerving duty will be rewarded.
I wonder if we should start trying to.
Our efforts were rewarded. Dragon-blooded Shogungan. Spread the Emperor's words.
Shogungan Lord reporting.
For what reason am I disturbed from my experimentation?
Yeah, no need to use Discord. Although sometimes it's good to like join up to the Discord. You don't need to actually post on there, but you can just read what other people say and stuff. And like sometimes if I don't know, yeah, maybe it's not good for you, but you know, if you want to share files, or sometimes I'll upload save files to there that people want to get from there and stuff like that. Do you want to trade with these guys? Yeah, I guess so. They're enemies with our enemies, so it's good.
And that's what I...
Is it true that blood is coming with the more empires? Yeah, I believe so, yeah. Von Carstein Blade, nice. So our caravan finally got to Sylvania and we got the Von Carstein Blade. So that gives us some extra regeneration. I wonder if I should actually put that on or not. Oh yeah, so I sent this guy over here to unlock these guys. I don't know if I actually need to... Are there any more... Like, is there another Cathay faction up here that I don't have vision on yet? And I guess we can find out. I kind of feel like there's not. There's 6 settlements. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Red one to the east of your start. We've already got the red one. Oh, where are they? Are they dead? There's the red guys just here. I'm pretty sure we've already met them. I thought we had. 2 greens, 1 yellow, and the red. Okay, so there's no point sending my hero up here to discover more territory then. Should just bring him back.
I serve the Shadow Court once my experiment completes.
Spiffing Brit in his Troy video explained how the AI exchanges resources between themselves. The diplomatic exchange that takes place is extremely funny when you think about it. Do you think that that's just Cathay, or I mean, do you think that's just in the Troy game, or in all games that the AI exchanges resources?
Ruler of the Sky Road.
I remember kind of talking about this stuff a while ago. I can't really remember the context though. Should I take over the Snake Gate or not worry about it for now?
Shogungan Lord reporting.
Are we going to be able to take... Catalytic kiln is what, enchanted item? Yeah, the catalytic kiln is probably a good idea to have on. I do have it equipped on Zhao. The emerald? I do. I just equipped it. Yeah, I haven't really switched around my items much recently. Don't really like this arcane item, but suppose all right, I think that's do we got a better talisman? Anything that does anything useful? Nope. Alright, that's good enough. Have you confederated the dragon siblings in any of your campaigns? I did it only once, and that was before the patch, so I barely got to enjoy it. Hey, Caesar. No, I haven't actually done it myself, but it is doable. We're just trying to sort of figure out the fastest way to do it, I guess, or just learn more about how it works, I guess. I'm just thinking, this man Garrison's probably going to be a pain in the ass, right? It's pretty hectic.
Lord of the Jade Swan. This way. I will.
Oh, her whole army's there. She bounced back already? Oh yeah, she's kind of bounced back already. She's up to rank 60.
The celestial dragons.
Okay, actually, what we want to do here probably is what we're going to do probably is take out the miner settlement first. No, I feel like I fucked this up already, but I'm not really sure what I could have done differently. It's just because I don't want to. If I declare war on her, then I'm going to get pulled into the war with their ally. And then if I fight the ally, I'm going to get additional negatives against them for fighting their allies. So what's the strat for Confederating? Smack her around and push her into a dangerous zone? Yeah, that plus also there's a bonus you can get for a major threat if you can get her to have another enemy, another enemy faction. And there's also war losses that you can get by getting your army defeated in battle repeatedly. And additionally to that, you can wait till she asks for peace and then add money to it as well. Those are probably the three things I think, mainly. Can't you join war against Miao Ying? No, I don't know anyone who's at war with her that I can join war against with. Unless I want to like peace out.
Favored daughter.
See, she's only at war with these two guys that I could potentially
All strats
peace out with, but
For your betrayal, the path to your demise has been.
Onga, villain!
Cathay, you approach in such disharmonious days.
yeah, I should have. I declared war on one of their armies like earlier on. But yeah, I might have to like go back to the start of the stream basically and like not declare war on this faction, so that I can then use them to, you know, join the war. Maybe. Maybe.
Storm Dragon. The forces of Nangao cannot all abandon their posts, but will assist you where possible.
Yeah, there's no point. No way we're going to be able to break this love affair.
Do not say.
They're super into each other.
The celestial
Yeah, I don't know. I think this one might be a bit fucked. I think I might have screwed it up. Might have to just start again. But I'll I don't know. We'll keep going. We'll see how we go. Just at least we can show like I can at least show. Oh, this is why it's really hard to confederate. You know, Cathay.
Dragon-blooded sugar.
Kind of thing.
Come on! Glorious bloodletting.
Glorious bloodletting.
Natural authority.
Shugengan Lord reporting.
Test of iron. Retribution is nigh. Strike off the head.
The path of destiny.
Descended from celestial glory. Child of the Nine.
We get any?
Duty will be
Is there any Cathay regiments of renown yet? Yeah, there is. Yeah. Oh, check this out. So you got Iron Hail Gunners. It's hectic. I'm gonna try not to get anywhere near that. Man, it sucks we are one turn away from building a defensive building and it gets besieged. Yeah. I feel like the AI goes out of their way to attack you when you're building buildings, like just so they can stuff you up. Yeah. That's how you lure them into attacking your settlements by like building something there. Or building like your major settlement upgrade, you know, to upgrade to the next tier, and you like it's like takes 4 turns to build, and on the last turn is when they'll attack. Kosovo dervishes will win if there are towers. Okay. You'd think Kosovo dervishes would get their ass kicked by Empire Knights, wouldn't they? Because their Empire Knights have got armor, and neither of them have armor piercing, do they? I feel like kind of been over here and just sort of shooting into the middle there is probably going to be pretty solid. We should be able to easily outrange these iron held gunners. I think I forgot to give him the von Carstein blade, didn't I?
Warriors!
Empire Knights should not be counted as cavalry there, but as bad monster units. They have slow speed, lots of health. Yeah, I mean, they've got lots of armor as well. They're cheap armor, basically. If you're going up against something that doesn't have armor piercing, then I guess they're good.
A dragon leads you to battle this day. Rejoice, for it is the honor of honor.
So reminds me, I wouldn't mind playing another Volkmar campaign. I hope that they keep the I wonder if they'll keep the Volkmar you know, like stuff. They got like really good towers, or
Peasant archers!
as long as they just stay out of trouble.
Cathay's foes!
Yeah.
Fight as one! It is fated.
The celestial faithful! Cave warriors! Zhang sends us!
Oh, that was bigger than I thought it was going to be. Oh, glass.
Wind and fire! Timon guides me! Hunting down villainy!
Warriors! Peasant archers! Move in formation! Shenyang sends us! Sent by dragons!
Bringing harmony!
Praise the dragons!
Move as wind!
Order and balance! Repositioning!
Sent by dragons! Shaper of iron!
Wind and fire! Move as wind!
It seems like we were chopping them all down fairly convincingly.
Repositioning! Yes!
I haven't even used any magic really yet. Oh, he got wrecked. That was crazy. They just did like 95% damage to that unit. They destroyed them. Oh, it's nice. I want to do it again.
Never conquered!
What's the range on it? Oh, it's huge.
Attack in unison!
See how much damage we do to these guys. Deleted. Cool.
Yes!
Components can be pretty handy for something holding in place, something to shoot at. Yeah, that's probably a pretty good thing. Yeah, the Empire Knight's probably decent for like defensive cavalry, you know, like you put one on each flank and they not really so you can try and do a devastating flanking charge on the enemy, but so that when the enemy tries to flanking charge you, you can just, you know, Empire Knight block it. Just like a cheap unit to like stick in the way of things. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if they work as any sort of doom stack or anything.
Stone and steel.
Elemental wrath.
Oh, here we go. Devastated. That's pretty cool. It's like seven winds of magic and basically just deletes a whole unit every time you cast it. If you can bounce it off a wall like that.
Iron dragon, die! Shaper of iron.
Yeah, Empire Knights are just, I don't know, they feel like they're too low tier or something, don't they? They just feel shit. I just wish they were tankier, basically, yeah.
Lord of Shanyang, yes.
Like, I don't really mind if the cavalry charge in and they don't do that much damage, but I just don't like them to charge in, kind of get stuck, not do any damage, and then half of them die. You know, like, and it's just, and they don't even need to, like, with cavalry, I don't know, just because they're, like, the cavalry lifestyle is so dangerous, you know, that they just don't, like, if you're playing on legendary especially, like, you know, you need to be, hey, how do I, something like that. Yeah, that's reasonable.
Metal and fire.
Should we just push in, or should we just let him do the, just let him keep going?
Iron dragon.
Probably the safest thing to do is just let him keep going by himself here.
Alongside Shaper of iron. Atomize them.
Rocket battery. Our ancestors decree
We're gonna hit that.
for the Emperor.
Now.
Defenders of Cathay, stone and steel.
It pleases the dragons.
Repositioning.
Alchemist supreme. Power of the element. Lord of Shanyang.
Rocket battery. Harmonious frost.
This is up yet?
Archers.
Yep.
Celestial fury. Crossbowman. Guided by ancestors.
Archers, stone and steel. Guided by ancestors.
Long spears. Yes. In Father's name.
This general's getting wrecked.
Come on. Unleashed. Iron Wind.
Minds as one. Rocket battery. Shenyang sends us.
Zhanyang's faithful. Marching as one.
The Iron Wind.
They got him.
Heart of Yes.
Done. Cathay has the best town garrison in my opinion. Oh yeah, nice. I think somebody was raving about the Cathay Cathay garrison yesterday. Did you know that Caesar didn't use Roman cavalry? No, I didn't know that Caesar didn't use Roman cavalry. I know that the Romans in general used auxiliary cavalry more than they used Roman cavalry, especially in the later days. But I think that was a pretty standard thing to use, like mostly core of heavy Roman infantry, and then have auxilia non-Roman cavalry and other auxilia like infantry and missile units as well. I feel like that was, like, you know, pretty standard Roman behavior. But yeah, if you're saying that he never had a single unit of never used a single unit of Roman cavalry in any of his armies, no, I did not know that. Caesar used chieftain Gallic cavalry, which gave him the advantage in Roman civil war.
The Emperor shall restore us.
Okay, so I'm going to sort of go there.
Dragon-blooded Shogungan.
Shogungan Lord reporting.
Spread the Emperor's words.
Get out of my mind.
Dune Dragon, Celestial Dragon Guard. That sounds pretty good. I want to get me some of that.
The Desert Alchemist. An extension of my celestial will.
Give him extra replenish, extra regeneration. Give him his catalytic kiln. Extra shard, get rid of that. I don't know, scroll of blood. Yeah, do that. Okay.
Victory was predestined.
I thought we were at war with these guys now. What the fuck? Did their allies not join the war with them?
Natural authority.
Favored water.
Their allies didn't join. Lol. Yeah, okay, so that's really cool. It's still not as good because they'll probably hate their guts now. And then because we're friends with them, that'll make it so it's a weird thing trying to confederate with the Bash Confederation, because we're trying to bash them, but apart from killing them as little as possible, like we don't want to hurt them too much, because every time we hurt them it makes them hate our guts more, right? So we want to hurt them as little as we want to hurt them. We want to destroy them as much as possible with as few battles, you know, as little battling them as possible. So yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird thing, but yeah, so like, but apart from us being at war with them, like us sharing friendships with the factions that they like is good. Makes us like more on the same team, you know. Us being enemies with the same factions they're enemies with is good, you know. So we want to basically do everything to like act as though we're allies with them, except for be at war. So yeah, so the fact that these guys broke their alliance with them is really good, because if they had gone to war with us, then when we were fighting the Jade Custodians and kicking the shit out of them, then then Miao Ying would also be hating us for kicking the shit out of her allies. So now she's not going to be hating us for kicking the shit out of her allies, which would have been pretty bad. But she's going to be hating us a little bit for being friends with the dudes that fucked her over and broke the alliance with her, you know? So yeah, but it's not as bad as if we were actually at war with her allies, I don't think. So it worked. It was very lucky, basically. It was good.
Celestial glory is ours.
Romans used barbarian cavalry riders because they were better. Yeah, I think that was just a general thing that most Roman armies used. What do you call it? Cavalry auxilia from other places.
Natural authority.
But they did have the because normally the noblemen would be, they'd have like knights or whatever, right? That were cavalry, the Romans, and the noblemen or whatever would be normally in the cavalry. It depends, like, because it changed. Like there was like the pre-Marian, the after Marian, and stuff like that. But the equites or whatever, they were the equites were Romans, right? But then there's like auxiliary cavalry later on that were not Romans. But yeah, like as far as I know, mostly the cavalry was auxiliary, especially later on. But did they still use equites sometimes or not? Yeah, I get that the nobles were probably not that great at cavalry, but like, just did they like still have the equites at the same time as having the auxiliary cavalry, or did they just not really have them, or were the equites not really like a military unit? They were more like a command squad that would just kind of hang out with the general and, you know. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so what if we can just leave these guys here?
Natural authority.
Lord of Yin and Yang. Within my reach.
Power in the blood.
Dragon-blooded Shogunga. Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
I don't know, we'll see what happens. We're perfectly imbalanced right now. It's pretty crazy. I don't really want any peasant horsemen. Thank you very much. A new port upgrade. Yeah. Let's do it. Oh yeah, I forgot to send out another caravan.
Our supremacy is assured.
Where should we send a caravan to? Ogres, 2 archers. Yeah, that only looks heaps better. Yeah, what do you reckon? Where should we send this next caravan to? Is there any other items that we really like? Is it the Reichland one that gives you the cool like fire damage thing? Nangao tires, best trait for a caravan leader. No, I was wondering which settlement I should send the caravan to. Oh, Marienburg gives you the trade income one, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll go for Marienburg. Why not? Probably earlier. Probably easier to try to get the further away ones earlier, when it's not as dangerous. Probably like less chance to be able to successfully get to Marienburg before we later in the game. Ah, fuck! I keep clicking on that. I just get rid of skill points.
Is ours.
All right, see if she's gonna. Oh fuck! I was supposed to be bringing that hero back. Oh well. I think that the Empire one, if I'm not sure if it's the Empire one. I think it's the Empire one that it gives you like a item that gives you like 20% fire vulnerability or something like that. That's quite good for
Cathay needs them dead.
Lord of the Jade Swarm. Wrath of Shaman.
She's outside for some reason.
Test of
That's
iron.
weird.
Strike off the head.
Luminarch lens, yeah, that's the one.
Death is your only destiny. Master of Feng Shui. Huh. Fate reveals a path.
Oh man, if we had been a little bit closer, we could have.
It is my calling. Child of the Nine. Descended from celestial glory. Sent by our ancestors. Huh. The men grow weary. Redouble your speed. You are a mockery of existence.
Yeah, speed reduction's cool, I guess. Is it Talons of the Night the one that does the big AoE? Yeah, I don't know if it's that good, but
It befits my high station.
can we beat this with this? It doesn't look like that much. There's some pretty elite stuff in there, but there's not a lot of it. We're just about to get the stalk gate. We're just about to get the stalk banner, but we don't have it yet.
Duty and unity.
Actually, do we have stalk because we killed Snickage?
Die!
Yep. Could I? But he can't because he's nah. He can't stalk because he can't capture settle. He can't capture stuff. I don't think because he's a flyer. Yeah. Yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, we were talking about this on Discord. It's actually like actually kind of bad to get Snickage's stalk on the Dragon Lords because then you can't use them to like waste ammo or disrupt, you know, to tank basically, which is like they're pretty good tanks. Fight outside the battle. Fight outside the settlement, you reckon? Yeah, guns are pretty fun. I quite like using Free Company Militia because you can sort of do the guns thing. Well, guns light, then it does as much damage as proper guns, obviously. But they're not so vulnerable, so it's more flexible. But yeah, I like like kind of going a bit narrow and letting them kind of go onto you and then kind of swing around the sides, assuming you've taken out all of their flanking units, is pretty cool. Another thing I like to do sometimes is like have a line like this and then make it go like that, and then like when the infantry come in and you have like your guns shooting through here, so this line protects your infantry and you shoot that way, and then the main line hits here, and So like instead of going around the flank, you just have one flank kind of move forward a little bit and then shoot down the main line. But I don't know. There's like those like chevron formations and stuff like that. Also the kind of like checkerboarding, but just sort of spreading it back down so that everything kind of fires forward into the focal point kind of thing. Like, yeah. I don't know why I often do this, try to explain things with hand signals. Like I've got a game here that's got a visual representation of the actual game. It'd be like easier to use that. So yeah, fight outside the settlement and ignore the towers, you reckon? I don't know. I don't know about all that. Unkillable stealth brick. Nice. I want to use artillery. I want to get my artillery in there, but yeah, I'm not sure how to go about it. I mean, I think artillery up this direction would be pretty good, pretty decent. Probably. Like if I put artillery there, be able to get some pretty good shots. Range is not that great, is it? Going at the middle allows you to avoid most of the towers? What, you mean going up here? But yeah, what am I going to shoot at though? Yeah. I'll be shooting at their bridges and all their shots will miss and shit. I don't know. I feel like if we want to minimize incoming tower damage, then going here's the way to go. But we're not going to really have many targets for our artillery from there. Just bum rush the center. Bum rush with what? We don't have any melee infantry. We only have 4 units of Jade Warriors. Bum rush. Well, it's not really bum rushing if it's just Zhao. It's just him just walking in by himself. I don't know. I haven't tried I just want to get like this artillery to blow up the he can't distract shit because he's invisible. Well, I mean, I guess if we start on this side, oh no, that's not, you can't start on this side because that's inside their go. That's inside their fortress. Rome had stamp first steam tank. Sounds familiar. Sounds right. So you're going to just set up right here and just blast away down the middle. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might just do this kind of deal. How much range do these towers got? Can we actually just hide from them? Can we hide from... Yeah, can we just sit... We can sit our army just behind here, right? And just hide.
Order and balance.
That'll work, won't it?
Mine
In Father's name! Minds as one! Metal and fire!
Yeah, he's just gonna be like, all like, what do you pussies want? And he's just gonna walk in the middle of their fortress.
Elemental wrath!
Actually, maybe just climb up on the wall. Yeah.
For generation upon generation, I have delivered only.
Do they have the meteor? Oh shit. Do they?
Is no different.
I don't know. How do I tell if they've got that? That would be bad, wouldn't it? That would be not ideal.
Peasant spearmen!
Order and balance.
Archers!
We should just like spread everything around a little bit more. Yeah, I feel like they are gonna have that meteor thing. It's gonna be rough.
Cavalry! Spears! With joy!
They do have it.
Jade warriors.
Spears! The celestial faithful!
Alright, they only get one shot with it though, right?
Stone and steel!
Is it just a one? Is this a one-shot thing? They get, or do they get multiple shots?
Lord of Shanyang! Atomize them! Fall, cur! Die! The art of Ye! Come on! Unleashed!
Too slow.
Alchemist Supreme!
Poor archers, yeah, the other poor old archers are getting a bit flogged. They've had a few, they've been getting abused a bit. Now let catalytic kiln do the work. Yeah, I've got the catalytic kiln on now, don't I? Yep. Pretty much. Towers. Yeah, I probably should have gone on the other side so that their towers would have set up away from my army. But it's not there. Doing 3 units at once up there, so that's good. Ah, shit. Here she comes. Wonder if I should, get some help in here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do much damage to her. Fortunately. I wonder if she's going to ruin his healing. Ruin his... Oh no, he's making some headway. I wonder who's going to win out of these two. Psycho charge the long ones? Yeah. I'm going to try and take out some more of these archers first. I think she's starting to get the upper hand on us now. They're both on their stupid fucking horses. God damn it. Because the because you give the automatic mounts even if you don't want them. So we've got all of our other heroes on horses now, so they can't help. Can't help with the glorious battle.
Understood. Stone and steel. By celestial decree, move in formation. Repositioning. The Iron Dragon.
He's kind of winning.
Shogun Gun Sorcerer! This is the way!
He's giving it to her. Slowly but surely.
Never conquered. Bringing harmony. Dragon Car. Attack in unison. The Iron Wind.
Nice. Getting a good reflect off the wall there.
Lord of Shangyang.
Warrior crossbows! Repositioning! At once! Master of the winds! Descendant of dragons! Repositioning! There! Offspring of dragons!
Stone and steel.
Alchemist supreme. Let destruction reign.
Yeah, you can't shoot the
Iron Wind.
That's too bad. Can't shoot the towers, unfortunately.
Long spears. Bringing harmony. Defenders of Cathay. Shenyang sends us.
Crossbowmen! With joy.
Elemental.
It'll be nearly done.
Power of the element. dragons! Harmonious rock!
He's nearly got it now.
Iron! I will function!
Got her, I mean,
Retreat! Withdraw!
blew her.
Atomize them!
Alright, I should probably change to a dragon. So we can
Dragon Guard!
get some more regen.
Sent by Shangyang!
Can I get off the wall?
Guides me!
No.
Jade crossbows. Sent by dragons.
Repositioning. Move as the wind.
Bring in harmony!
Thoughts. Harmony.
Understood! The Iron Dragon! The Heart of Day! In Father's name!
Order and harmony.
We're gonna get in there. Oh, Longman's got stuck by their dead lances.
Naturally!
Not ideal.
It pleases the dragon! Metal and fire! Enough! Fall, cur! Cavalry! Defenders of Cathay! Marching as one! Minds as one! Fight as one!
Shogungan sorcerer. Seeking opportunity.
Shenyang's faithful! Move in formation! Order and balance! Guided by ancestors!
This is it. Are Warhammer 3 armies more balanced, or are they go to Doom stack? I don't know. I think that you don't need to Doom stack as much because you don't have the 15% upkeep penalty from on legendary difficulty. So like I feel like in Warhammer 2 you like kind of are strongly encouraged or strongly incentivized to go for Doom stacks, or to have as few stacks as possible, basically, because you get 15% extra upkeep penalty for every extra stack, you know. But on Warhammer 3 it's only 4%, so there's much less of a penalty. But apart from that, I mean, you know, it's the same game basically, so you have the same kinds of advantages of having a Doom stack that you would, you know, otherwise. Why can't I transform? Oh, there it is.
Come on! Unleash!
It's like, why can't I transform into a dragon? Alright, I'm gonna try and just destroy their lord.
Shenyang's faithful.
Didn't bounce back as much as I was hoping.
Dragon's fury.
Yeah, I mean, I think Doom stacks kind of are always pretty good because with Lightning Strike, you know, you can take out 4 armies in one turn if you've got a Doom stack. You know, there's always situations where having one army is better than trying to get 4 armies into a battle, you know, like the one thing you can only have 2 armies on the battlefield, at once. You only have a maximum of 40 units, so if you have 4 full stacks with 80 units, it's not going to be as good. But I don't know, yeah, it's not so much about like doom stacks being worse in Warhammer 3 so much. It's just for me, it's more just about the fact that if you don't want to doom stack, you actually have the option to not doom stack, you know. Like I feel like in Warhammer 2 you just kind of had no choice. Is that penalty spread across all armies or per army? So every time you have an army, every extra army that you have, every unit in every army gets 4% increased upkeep. So it's exponential. Exponential? Is it exponential? Yeah, it is exponential. Pretty sure. But it's not bad though. 4% is not bad compared to 15% that we had in Warhammer 2.
Warrior crossbows, guided by ancestors.
My chosen place.
With joy.
Move in formation.
Thoughts in harmony!
March in ordered ranks.
We should try and we nearly done here or what? Just got like a unit of Celestial Dragon Crossbowmen. They're probably got a pretty strong, pretty high value.
Archers with infinite pride!
Fire in the blood.
Extinction comes.
Done. Alright, let's fast forward so we get some more regen. I really wish Cathay gets a unit that has yin that can keep up with cavalry. Oh, okay, yeah. So if you had like a yin, if you had like a ranged cavalry, cheap horse archers, yeah. Yeah, maybe when they get it, they'll probably get a DLC. Then they'll get like horse crossbowmen or something like that. Or maybe not. Maybe not, because maybe the whole idea of Cathay is that they're meant to be pretty stationary. I don't know. I suppose if you use the hammer and anvil method, then you can kind of like hammer back into your own anvil and get a bit of a bonus. Let's say circle back around, but if you're trying to use your cavalry to get into their archers and stuff, then you don't get a bonus. But like, I don't know, with cavalry though, the good thing about cavalry is they pick their engagements, right? They're fast, so you put your cavalry up against archers that can't fight back, and then you don't really need the harmony bonus, do you? Blimp and horses, the new love story. Yeah, well, you can just fly your blimp over the top of the enemy army, can't you? If they don't have any flyers. Yeah, you can fly the balloons over.
Dragon-blooded Shogunga. Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
Do you want to put her on foot? Or leave her on the horse? I'm not sure.
It befits my high station.
Well, he's only got archers, so I guess for archers, cavalry is good, but I'm not sure if we'll be able to beat the Lord. On foot.
I was born to wield it. Celestial ancestors.
You give her one cast iron blade to her, and that would make her a little stronger. But I sort of don't want to risk losing it.
Dragon.
I demand their death. Cathay needs them dead.
Our efforts were
Where are we up to now? We're up to one yang.
Fire and metal. I expect unwavering loyalty.
order is restored.
Right, so where are we starting off at now? We're kind of at the start of the journey now, I guess. So if we were to go peace treaty, Confederation, we're currently minus 95. So we've got baseline evaluation minus 160. I'm pretty sure you can get the baseline one evaluation down lower than 160. Like the baseline evaluation, like it includes, I think it includes multiple factors, you know, so you can actually affect that, but yeah, I'm not sure about more of that. But yeah, relative faction strength 56, so we can get that relative faction strength, I think, up to like 110 or something. Diplomatic prospects is that one, I don't know what that actually is. But yeah, distance 0, like, yeah, cool, because we're right now. War losses 4.5, so they've taken 4.5 war losses because of, you know, us taking, you know, defeating all their armies, taking their settlement and all that kind of stuff, and bashing, killing Miao Ying. I think Very Special was saying that, like, the war losses amount sort of depends on how much of their stuff that you kill. So if you kill Miao Ying, I think they get minus 1.7 war losses. A normal lord's like 1.5, and, you know, other units would be, you know, various values or whatever. So if we can keep like smashing their units all the time, they'll keep getting like war losses adding up, and they keep recruiting lords over their end turn, right? So or their turn. So basically every turn, like, even if they aren't recruiting units, they should be able to keep recruiting lords if we can keep their armies alive. But yeah, so hopefully this lord won't attack us, because he'll think that he will get the disadvantage. But he might. And if he does, then we'll have to let him live. I mean, we'll have to kill him. Just do another backup. There was another backup save there. If we could start confederating the other factions, that would be really good, because that would give us more faction strength, more relative faction strength.
Beyond there is wisdom.
Celestial. As a dragon-blooded, I speak for all Cathay. Earn the Emperor's love.
Yeah, I don't know why I was deleting. I didn't want to delete that. I wanted to actually upgrade it. Yeah, you can't tell the difference between upgrading and deleting. It's both they both look red. They both look the same. They need to change that so there's a different color on the interface. Terracotta Graveyard. I don't know if I should bother trying to upgrade this or just leave it.
The Iron Dragon.
So one more black one. Well, I guess we could just, you know, put another thing there just to temporarily give us some more harmony. But yeah, we need to build up some more armies and we need to go around conquering stuff. And now I don't know if we should destroy this guy or whether we should keep him there so we can farm him. Crap. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah. So this is the garrison. So yeah, we just retreat, and then oh yeah, I wasn't sure about this whether we could actually win this or not, but now I'm thinking we probably can't win it. Bummer. Or maybe we can. Maybe we can with cycle charging. But I was hoping to like win it without. Like I was hoping to win it without wiping them out. Stack your siblings for 9 turns so we'll rack up war losses. No, that won't work because you'll get like heaps of negative relations with them. You got to do it more like subtly than that. You've got to like get them to like attack you, and then you've got to like lose the battle and stuff. It's like kind of fucked up. But yeah, it should be hopefully not too bad. I'm not too sure about all this. What spells has she got?
Ready to rule.
Offspring of dragons.
I thought we had. Oh, here we go. Let's go.
Descendant of dragons.
I wonder if that'll do any damage to her. Maybe.
Bathed in celestial light. Born of dragons.
Swing and a miss.
At once. A new path. Order.
She's getting
and
fucked up.
harmony. Ready to rule. Fire in the blood.
Gilded foot! At once! I shall! Of course! This way!
Of course!
My chosen place! This is the way! A new path! Repositioning! Seeking opportunity!
Shogun Sorcerer!
I will go! So be it!
Born of
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work out too good.
Descendant of dragons! My chosen place!
Seeking opportunity. Offspring of dragons! Leading the way!
Fire in the blood!
There! My chosen place!
Born of dragons! Leading the way! Master of the winds! Kiss of the spirit dragon! Shogun sorcerer! Ready to rule! A new path!
A new path! I shape the winds!
There!
This is the way! Leading the way! I will go! This way! Dragons, hear my prayer! On gilded foot, seeking opportunity, leading the way, my chosen place.
Repositioning!
I will go, without fail.
Order and harmony!
So be it. There, I shall. At once, repositioning. 8 winds to me. Bathed in celestial light. This
A little bit
is the
overkill,
way.
but
Of course. In Shen Yong's name.
Descendant of dragons! Bathed in celestial light! Master of the winds! Seeking opportunity! Born of dragons!
listen more monuments for killing infantry. Ah, okay, thanks. I should have
Descendant of dragons.
tried that. Probably that next time.
And harmony.
Offspring of dragons!
Master of the winds. Shogun sorcerer. This way. I will go. Kiss of the spirit dragon on gilded foot. Seeking opportunity.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
This is the way. Leading the way. This way.
In Shen Yong's name!
A new path. Without fail. For Cathay's honor.
I shape the winds!
Wonder if we can get these guys to shatter.
Eight winds to me! Order and harmony!
Shattered. Cool.
Without fail,
Shattered. Done.
I will go.
Okay, cool.
Shogungan sorcerer.
What's this? 21. It's 21, 20%, 22, 20%. No, it's less than 20%. We want to keep this army alive. I think we do want to keep them alive because then we'll be able to get more army losses. No, we have to kill them. So yeah, so war losses is based on how much you kill, not whether you win or lose. So we have to kill them. But then if they attack us, we don't take as much. Ah, fuck, we screwed it up anyway. I can't get him in time. That's right. Oh, they get to live this time. So yeah, so what we need to do is, like, I couldn't lose that battle because I was in force march on both of them, so they would have both died. But if I can keep him alive for this turn, I'm going to do the same thing, basically box him in so he has to attack me, and then, like, let him attack me, but then I lose the battle. Ah, but it won't work because he's got no units left. Fuck. So if he had had units, we could have killed his lord. He would have got 1.5 war losses. But then over the end turn, because it's his turn, he would have recruited a new lord. And then next turn, I'd keep him boxed in. He'd think he's going to win again. He'd attack. We'd kill his lord. But then I'd throw the battle, so I lose. So, you know, like, yeah, it can, like, reduce the amount of negatives that you take from fighting him by losing the battle, but kill his lord each time so that you get war losses. And also, if you lose the battle, it doesn't count as a retreat for him, so he doesn't get wiped after 2 battles.
They cannot be suffered to live.
Seems kind of complicated. Yeah, it is. It does seem kind of complicated. They caught my caravan. Yeah. I mean, this is irrelevant. Fuck it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not. Doesn't have any bearing on our Confederation science. Just a bit of a waste of money on spending on the caravan. Yes, basically, yeah, but I don't think you necessarily need to do that. I haven't tried this out before. This is just something that Very Special was telling me about that he was doing. I think that the reason why you do that is if you don't want to have to pay for it. But I think the other method is that you just get heaps of cash and get really strong, and then you can just pay for it. But sometimes you don't quite have enough money. Like, I mean, the money, it seems like in Warhammer 2 you can just always pay for it. If you have enough money, you can always just pay for it. Whereas in this, it's like, from what Dash and Very Special are telling me, it's not really like that. It's like, if you've got enough money to max it out, you'll get about plus 15 on the deal evaluation, but you won't be able to get any more than plus 15. So if you can get it if you can get it to minus 20 or minus 15, you know, then you might be able to get it if you can get them to ask for peace on their turn. So that lord died. Anyway.
I bow only before dragons.
I don't know if he'll actually, like, if I just siege it with if I just siege them with the Iron Dragon, like, he probably can kill them by himself, but I'm not sure if he'll actually they'll actually attack him.
crave.
They'll always attack a single lord sieging a settlement. You reckon? Even if it's a level 40 lord decked out, like,
Interference
and all that.
dearly.
Shugengan Lord reporting.
Lord of the Jade Swarm. This way.
Power in the blood. The path of destiny. Spill their vile blood.
Our ancestors watch over us. Always.
Oh, that's why we've got the... That's why we're unbalanced. So just go for like okay, whatever.
There must be improvement. Fire and metal.
Yeah, we'll get our stalk banner.
Move like water. Fight.
If we switch the yang building to ying, you'll end up with one ying. It changes it by 2 points. You only pay for a confed if you offer peace at the same time, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, they have to offer peace to you. So if I
Your transgressions against your
yeah, if I offer peace and then I offer confederation, there's no ability to add money. But if they offer peace to me, then I can offer money.
The dragon. You may express reverence now.
Not sure if I should
stand apart.
go for defensive alliances and stuff in case that somehow screws up the Confederation, you know, deal evaluation, because if they go to war with an enemy of, you know, of
Miao Ying.
Miao Yang or something. So what are we getting now? Military actions minus 66. Yeah, so we got some pretty bad military actions. We have to wait for that to go away, basically. And yeah, treaties with the Imperial Wardens, so we're getting minus 25% from that.
Death to all who transgress against the Emperor.
Yeah, the main things we need to do is get our relative faction strength up. So our relative faction strength, we should be able to get that up to like 110 or something like that. And that'll, you know, that'll make a big deal. Then if we can get the base deal evaluation, if we get our relations above 75, the base evaluation should go down by 10 or something. And if we can get our relations up to 150, it should go down by, I don't know, more, I believe, is how it's going to work. And then, so then we get that baseline evaluation down to 130, say, and then we get our relative faction strength up to plus 110. Don't know what diplomatic prospects is or how to affect it. We can try and do some more war losses stuff, but it's, you know, it's a bit finicky. But yeah, I think the other thing we want to do is like try and get another faction that's strong to be like enemies with Miao Ying. So we can, so it's good because we can like draw factions into going to war with her. But we have to be positive. We have to have good relations with her first though. So we need to start doing some agent actions and shit. So we need to like, yeah, we need to get some confederations going as well. Yeah, we need to be a bit more active. Are these guys going to hold the, what's the deal with the AI with holding the gates? Well, are they going to successfully hold the gates, or are they just going to get rolled straight away?
Alchemist of Shangyang. Their lands will suffer.
Dragon-blooded sugar.
Hey, Daytoro. I feel like I haven't seen you for a while. Welcome, welcome. Congratulations on your Volk Mercy veteran over 12 months head. Daytoro has been a member for 15 months now. One of our veterans.
Cathay needs them dead.
Get some heals.
A gift from my ancestors.
Master of Feng Shui.
Dismantle them.
Wind shape.
A reckless endeavor. Wind shaper.
Oh yeah, so if I
Shaper of the Eight.
siege,
Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
can you go into the ambush stance there? Yeah, you can ambush stance there.
We must become
So we could like put this guy.
I bow only before dragon.
Yeah, we might be able to get one more. I mostly lurk when watching live. Mostly only watch the VODs. Oh, okay, no worries. Oh, thanks for thanks for still sticking around, and it's good to see your name and know that you're still there.
Zhao Ming,
So yeah, what about if we?
no time to waste.
We can't
Praise be to the Iron Wind.
put anyone in force march though, otherwise they'd die if we lose. But what we can do is give him all the troops in ambush.
I will
What?
obey.
Fuck, there's supposed to be an ambush.
Get out of my mind.
Born to rule.
Be an ambush. Then I give him all the troops.
Gun.
Then I put him outside of range, so that when they attack,
Will cost dearly.
oh, this guy's not in range now.
Dragon-blooded.
I
The fuck?
am no one's slave. I bow only before dragons.
I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll try and like kill them a little bit. Maybe I should let them. Not sure if I should bother trying to do this thing with the army losses or not. I don't know, whatever. We'll see what happens.
I have a strange hunger.
I don't know, even if we don't get to do it, I feel like just kind of like going through the motions and kind of like figuring out how stuff works is somewhat useful. Yeah, no, we're better off just fleeing with this one.
I must walk away.
I dream of your death nightly.
The Vipers have declared war. Might have to go down and sort them out.
Shall it be banishment or death?
Where was this? Oh, there's... I think there's 2 armies here of this guy.
Heed my words well. For Cathay to remain safe, you must die.
Baseline evaluation 165 now. So that's because... Why is that? Oh, because our relations have gone worse. So before we were at plus, I don't know, 30, I think, and the baseline evaluation was 160. Now that we're in negative, now that we're at 7 or whatever, it's gone down a bit, I guess. But yeah, I think if we get that up to 75, then the base valuation will go down to like 145, and if we get that up to 150, then it'll go down to like 130 or something. War losses still stay the same. I think it was 5.6 last turn as well. Diplomatic prospects changed. It was like 4. I'm not sure what changed about it. Maybe diplomatic prospects is sort of like what other like enemies I've got or something. I'm not sure if it's how enemies I've got or enemies they've got, or potential allies that I've got or potential allies that they've got. Something like that, I guess. I don't know what's going on with that. Our faction strength is the biggest thing, though. We need to up that. That'll help us get confederations with other factions as well. But for that, we need money. Yeah, I don't know if I should just kill these guys or what. Kind of feeling like I should.
Outcast sorcerer. A mere errand.
Oh, Xiangyang worships me.
Celestial ancestors. It suits my purposes. It is my calling.
The desert alchemist. Guided by Jamon.
Descended from celestial glory.
Child of the Nine. Spread the Emperor's word.
I wonder if they're gonna run.
Interference will cost you.
Probably.
Master of Feng Shi. I demand their death.
No, they didn't run. Okay. Cool. We'll smash these dudes. Don't forget that Zhao needs a single archer unit for the Doomstack to work. Yeah, no worries. I was going to put the whole army back with him, but... yeah, I may as well transfer that now. I put the banner on him already, but yeah, I need to remember to put the archer into his unit. By the way, the Celestial Palace at Wei Jin gives plus 40 relations with the Cathay. Yeah, well, that's, yeah. See, if we can get all the confederations, then we can get lots of I think there's another landmark as well.
Fire in the blood.
But yeah, I think if we just maybe we'll bash these guys to get money and positive relations. And then yeah, just go from there basically. I think it should be fairly... I think it shouldn't be too bad. Ideally, we want to get the Confederation before turn 50. I think we decided that was the cutoff, you know? I mean, ideally, if we can get it down to before below 25, turn 25, I think that would be... yeah, like turn 25, I feel like is still like early game, you know? If you can't get the Confederation by turn 25, then it's like if you can get the Confederation by turn 25, then it's like you're basically confederating them and then playing with that other lord throughout your campaign. You know, if you don't get the Confederation till turn 80, it's like you basically already played your game and then you get the Confederation at the end, you know, and it's a very different thing, you know? So yeah, so I think turn 50 is pretty like using this kind of method that we're doing here, like we'll fuck around a bit, we'll get some confederations, we'll get the relations up, you know, as long as we don't screw up and accidentally get Miao Yin killed or whatever, then, you know, we should be able to get it eventually. But yeah, I'm just going for like turn, if I can get it by turn 50, I'll call that a success for a first run. But if we can like fine tune it down to like under turn 30, that would be like chef's kiss action. Is this the fucking meteor again? Stop meteoring me.
The celestial faithful, guided by ancestors.
Oh, it actually didn't kill anyone that time. That's cool. Grand Embassy at Shenyang gives relations with everyone. Oh, that sounds good too. But yeah, I'm not going to actually conquer anything though, I don't think. I want to just confederate, so I'm not really going to have any control over what, you know, what I get. I'm just going to take the confederations that I get that are available, you know. This is my plan. I suppose we should head up towards the high ground a little bit. It's good to shoot down on your enemies from the high ground. Nice dodge. Yeah, I actually dodged that one. I didn't just eat it like the previous ones. I kind of half dodged the last one. Yeah, I'm gonna do another. I think I'm gonna do a short stream tonight. Tomorrow is like the weekend for me, so I kind of would have liked to have started something a bit more exciting than just this science stream, because, you know, I feel like science streams are a bit, you know, they're not as fun as like a themed campaign like Black Metal Vikings or something like that, or you know, Volk Mercy, that kind of stuff. I like to try to do the fun like themed ones on the weekends, but I don't know, I feel like we're kind of in the thick of it here and gotta push on. But I did get like fuck all sleep earlier, so I kind of probably should do a bit of sleeping. Hey, Soccer MTB13. Ni hao. Oh yeah, ni hao ma. I started learning some, is that Cantonese? I can't remember which one's which now. What's the other one? Cantonese and, yeah. There you go, a bit of that. There we go. Let's wake him up a bit. What's the Confederate strat? Yeah, if you want the full explanation, Sucker MTB, if you just rewind, was just talking about it just before this battle, in a fair bit of in-depth. But the main intro was actually in yesterday's stream. I actually did a timestamp on it, and I talked about it for like 20 minutes or something. So that kind of gives you the basic overview, and then the stuff that I just said like 5 minutes ago was kind of like the latest addition, is like the current status of where we're up to at the moment. But basically, if you go back and watch like my beat Tyrion into Confederation video, like, I don't know, I call it bash confederating. Basically, you get a high relative faction strength. So basically, you want your faction strength to be high, their faction strength to be low, and that makes them more likely to want to confederate. That's like probably one of the main factors for confederation. You know, the easiest way to make sure that that happens is to kill them, right? Kill all their stuff, and then that gets them really weak, and you take all their stuff and you get really strong. And then, so that gives you that part. The other thing that you need is for them to like you quite a lot. So that's kind of hard if you already bashed them. So then you've got to like work your relations back up by like fighting mutual enemies, you know, doing agent actions against their enemies, and, you know, stuff like that. Just generally doing everything you would do to try to be allied with them, even while you're at war with them. The way that you keep them weak is by locking them in a siege. So you siege them when they've got no armies, but you don't actually occupy the settlement. You just keep them sieged, so they can't recruit anything. But then there's sort of, that's like the basic old school stuff. But then like now we've got this sort of new extra bits going on with it, which is basically you can get them to get war losses, which is basically every time you inflict damage to them in battle, they get this extra war losses bonus that makes them more likely to want to confederate. But every time you fight them, you get like a negative relations for doing like aggressive actions on them. So you know, you can try and basically you can try and get war losses on them, like do damage to them, but without doing aggressive actions, by like getting them to attack you, and then you like lose the battle, but kill their lords and stuff during the battle. So you still get war losses inflicted, but you actually like lose the battle and you don't actually attack them, and stuff like that basically. And then there's also this other mysterious thing called major threat, which we haven't actually managed to activate in this particular game yet. But yeah, if we can try and get a major strategic threat on them from like another faction, and then that will potentially, like, hopefully we can get up to like +20 to the deal evaluation from that. But that would be, you know, really good basically. Are all the archers shooting? Yeah, I think they are. Well, these guys aren't. Oh shit, is that shotguns over here? Iron hell gunners, yeah, that's not good. Get rid of that. Must be getting pretty close now. We nearly won this battle.
archers. Move as we. March in ordered ranks. March in order the ranks.
Alright, wins. Shit. Gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Wind and fire. Yes. And I got God. Minds as one. The celestial faithful.
Master of the winds.
Try and kill their lord. He's on foot. Yeah, we should be able to catch him.
It is fated. They will perish.
Bam. Get it. No. Excuse me. Yeah, so yeah, thanks for everyone who subscribed today, and thanks to did Aston do another membership thing today, or was that yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, that's right. Aston gave out a bunch of free memberships yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Maybe he did it again today. Like he does it. He's been doing it like every day. But yeah, I'll just quickly check a host to somebody who's playing some Total War Warhammer 2. Yeah, I've got a new new person I haven't seen before.
That's not too bad. We can deal with that. That's good.
Oh yeah, seems like a cool guy. Speaks English. So this is Shax. He's got 1,000 subscribers, so he's not like new. But he's only got like 6 people watching him right now. So if you guys wanted to go and say hello, you know, welcome him to the Total War community. I don't know, maybe he doesn't normally play. I haven't seen him before, so I don't know, maybe he doesn't normally play Total War, or maybe plays something else normally. I'm not too sure. But yeah, he's playing some Total War Warhammer 2. So if you want to go check that out, excuse me, want to go check that out, say hi to Shax, and be friendly and stuff. But yeah, thanks everyone who's been subscribing lately, helped us to get to 15,000, much appreciated. And yeah, welcome to all the new members. I hope you enjoy it, even if it's only for a month. There's no pressure to, you know, continue to resubscribe after that or anything like that. So but yeah, welcome, happy to have you guys for a month at least anyway. Anyway, catch you guys next time. I'm gonna go get some sleep, and I'll be back for a full length stream at the early time. So we'll start 4 hours earlier than I did today. On the weekends I usually start earlier, and we'll do like a big stream. All right, have a good one, guys.